morning. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Well, good morning. Yesterday was a disappointment, by the way. Cloudy most of the day yesterday, Andrew. What happened? We're just so not used to clouds.
It was partly cloudy.
It was pretty cloudy almost all day.
It was a lot more cloudy than we're used to.
That is for darn
But
sure.
it was warm.
And today actually will be a little nicer. Tomorrow looks nice. And then the weekend looks pretty nice, although a little bit cooler. Probably in the upper 70s to mid 70s. Here you are complaining about the game. First of all, I wouldn't, if I were a Major League Baseball player, to be in the same, probably not for this record, but to be in the same category, the same sentence with Goose Gossage and Dave Righetti, I wouldn't be all that disappointed. Although for this record, probably not what I would want to be. For blown saves.
Luckily, they got the win anyway.
Yeah. But, after all of this complaining, after all of this griping and moping and you-know-whating all season long.
Constructive criticism, yes, go ahead.
Your Yankees have already clinched a playoff spot.
Yes, they have, which we knew they would.
Well, there you go.
We knew they'd be in the playoffs. It's just a matter of how they perform.
Today we have to get our pickers, those who are making the picks, competing to win $200 at the end of the season.
Yes.
NFL games, picks for week number, believe it or not, number 3.
I know, it's great. It's flying by already.
Right now, Davey and I have 2 wins. Andrew, Wayne, Jake, and Larry have 1. And Jim, who got into it, we haven't heard from Jim, although I did talk to him the other day. Nonetheless, there will be no way he can catch up at this point.
Yeah, he's done for.
Okay.
We love him, but he's
although he probably would still beat you.
All right, let's just take it easy.
Ooh.
It's early.
Tonight is a biggie, though.
It is.
Tonight is a biggie.
Jets, Patriots.
Why, you don't think it is, Davey?
I hate either team because they're in the same division as the Bills.
Oh, you hate both teams.
Yep, and it's hard, and it's going to be hard for me to pick either one. So I'm just going to flip a coin, and whoever lands, I'm going to pick.
Are you picking because of who you like or who you think is going to win?
I can't stand either team. I hate Aaron Rodgers.
I know
that, the Jets, and I can't stand the Patriots.
Right, but that's irrelevant
that's not
when
the
it
question.
comes to picking a game. Who do you think is going to win?
I have in my head who I think is going to win, but I'm not going to say right now.
All right. Well, you're going to.
Yeah, he's saving it for.
Let's do our picks here. All right. We're gonna start our picks. Davey, you're first.
I'm going to take the Patriots.
All right. Okay. That's who I'm taking too.
Really?
I don't think.
Chance to make up some ground here.
I got to tell you something. I understand the Bills week number 1, Davey. Josh Allen. That was a bit of a sloppy game. They won the game. Bit of a sloppy game. I don't know. I think that Aaron Rodgers, although he can still air it out, and he did show that last weekend, I think he just has receivers that just don't catch the ball. And so far, this new, younger Patriots team, I think they look pretty good. I think they're going to be the big challenge to the Bills this year. I agree with you, Davey, in taking the New England Patriots tonight.
Wrong. I'm taking the Jets. My chance to make up some ground right here.
All right. Well, you may very well do it. You may very well. I just get so sick and tired of watching these games with the Jets. Because all the announcers do is, there's the brilliance, there's the man, look at that. Yeah, come on.
See,
their offensive
hatred, both of your hatred is impacting your pick.
Maybe that's true.
And that's going to be my advantage.
All right.
And their offensive coordinator is a bonehead.
Oh, well, I can tell you that's correct.
I do like their head coach, however.
Robert Saleh.
Yeah, I like him. Anyway, I'm going with the Patriots, and we'll see if anybody wants to call in now, Wayne, Jake, or Larry. You can do that. Otherwise, we need to get your pick today. Tomorrow, we'll pick for the rest of the weekend. We pick a Sunday game and a Monday game.
One of the two, which will include the Bills.
It is the Bills game?
Jaguars, Bills.
Well, I really think the Bills will win that game. I think
so too, but I mean,
who's
that
the
Kansas
Sunday
City
game?
Chiefs, the Chiefs Falcons, that will be a difficult decision for me because the Falcons handled a pretty good Eagles team. Kansas City has gotten lucky and assisted by the refs both games this season. It's been close.
I disagree with that. That was absolutely pass interference.
Well,
Andrew.
Still, nonetheless.
It was pass interference. It was a stupid move. We're talking about that last play there.
I'm saying that they get lucky a lot. They get lucky to be in that position.
They do, which is why I will pick the Chiefs.
Okay. I think I'm going to make some serious ground up.
You may very well.
But I'm going to really.
So that gives me the Patriots, the Chiefs, the Bills.
I'm a little worried on that
You're
Monday night
to this
game.
now?
Anything? Yeah, I'm committed.
I'm putting it in permanent. We don't use pen or pencil here. This is permanent marker.
Oh, you're using a Sharpie.
I'm a little worried about that Monday night game.
You are.
Yeah.
Well,
don't worry.
Listen, we should be worried about every game. And then Friday night, Syracuse plays
7:30.
7:30 from the Dome. By the way, that is the first sellout of for this new coach.
And they're saying next week's game's already sold out too against Holy Cross.
Holy Cross! People are very excited about this new team and this new coach,
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor
looks
Brown.
like Richard Pryor. The National Grid had this was in Clay, New York. They had a public hearing talking about their rate increases.
Yeah, well,
it's probably the average person is probably going to have their bill go up annually by about $400.
Well, I think maybe, I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that they're going to need to run some serious infrastructure work for
Maybe
the
it does.
manufacturing plants.
Maybe that's it. That's possible.
That will TBD. But there is a story here out of Syracuse regarding the Micron technology.
Yeah.
There's been a delay in breaking ground on the brand new multi-billion-dollar chip-making complex in Clay. Micron Technology now set to begin its project at the White Pine Commerce Park in November of 2025. The original groundbreaking date was set to be in June before being moved to next spring. The reason for this latest change is Micron's draft environmental report won't be submitted for months, and because the company can't cut down trees after March 31st due to endangered bats at the construction site, there will be another delay.
Is Davey on the phone in there? Because it looks like somebody's calling in. Breaking ground in November. I'll just take it. IBX, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Oh, it's Tanya. I got it, Davey. I got it. I'm doing your job. No worries. No worries. You sit back there and eat.
His cupcake.
Have your breakfast.
You took the last cupcake from the break room and you're eating it in the booth?
Tanya, if you're ready to
Yes, you
go,
are.
new Fox News polls have been released on the presidential race. And what do we know here this morning?
Well, I can tell you there is a lot of information in this poll, like a lot. So we're only going to hit the high spots with the time that we have. I will urge you, as I normally do, to go to the Fox News website. If you want to, just Google Fox News poll, and it will come right up on
You'll
the
see it
top
all.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, the headline is Harris tops Trump by 2 points. This is the latest Fox News national survey. This was done relatively recently in the last few days. What they're doing is they're taking a look at how it stacks up in a head-to-head matchup between this month, last month, and even there's July in there for kind of a reference point. So we're going to hit some of the few things that I was able to pull out. But again, go to it and look, because there's a lot of information in this one. It finds that there has been that 3 percentage point shift among registered voters since mid-August. So like in the last month, now Harris edges Trump in the matchup. Trump had a 1 point advantage last month. She is ahead today by 2 points. It's still within the margin of error, I would like to point out. But yeah, for reference, in July, Trump was ahead of Biden by 1 point. So it's obviously still extremely tight. She has got a little bit more wiggle room, but not much. It does mark the first time that Harris has hit 50% support in the poll. this is identical among registered and likely voters, according to this poll. Apparently.
And I wonder if this is at all in the poll, and I know you don't want to go deep into it, but it is what Karl Rove says. His criticism of the former president is that he is not putting more people under the tent. It's just staying where it was, and that is not enough to. It's not enough to win in November.
You're exactly right. That seems to be what has been the issue. She has been doing a lot to get new voters. And matter of fact, that to back that up, this poll actually does show some of that. The biggest change, according to the poll, since last month is that independents and Hispanics have gone her way. The Hispanics had favored Trump by 6 points in August. Now they go for Harris by 12. Just to give you an idea. Independents were going for Trump by 8 months last month. Now it's 12 for Harris. So again, who knows? They could swing back the other direction.
It's still early, yeah.
But it's we're getting a whole lot closer. I mean, it's mid-September at this point. People are going to start early voting pretty soon. As far as the issues go, one of them, of course, stands out among, before all the rest, it's the economy. That is the most important issue for voters this election. This poll backs that up. 39% of those polls say it is the priority. Fewer than half of that number say immigration is or abortion is. All of the other issues get 7% or less. So it kind of gives you a snapshot of what's going on. Like I said, if you're a numbers person or you really want to dig into the stats, there are some really, interesting things about this poll. There are also some great graphs. If reading numbers just makes you want to take a nap.
Oh, I love pictures.
This is actually a great one to look at because they have easy to understand charts and graphs and stuff like that won't make you wish you were at the all-night dentist.
Yeah.
So I would honestly take a look at this because it even tracks who do you trust to do a better job on different issues, making the country safe, uniting the country, fighting for people like you, helping the middle class. It's very interesting and it's got a lot of detail in it.
It brings me back to this analogy: the landlord that is dealing with two tenants. And the two tenants are always arguing, but one is just making all the noise, won't stop knocking on the landlord's door, her door, by the way. Landlord's a lady. And finally, the landlord is just like, I have had enough of the drama. Enough. Mm-hmm. And that is where I think many people in America are right now. I don't want to be talking about eating cats and dogs. There are so many, because that doesn't affect my life. There is, if my wife's cat came up missing, I probably wouldn't be, losing a lot of sleep. I probably would, because she'd be very upset. The reality is this drama has got to end, and Trump would be better off staying away from it and just focusing on the only thing that really matters, and that is tying her to the problems in the nation right now, whether it be the economy, the inflation, the border, all of those things. So,
and that strategy seems to be something that not only he but also his vice presidential candidate have completely gone in on. Because that seems to be exactly what is going on. With public appearances, there seems to be some new something every day like that. I will point out there have been, since the August poll, there have been several things that have happened that could have affected the voter opinion. Obviously, there was the DNC. RFK Jr. dropped out of the race. And then, of course, the debate. But you have several, high-profile Republicans, not former Republicans, but Republicans who have endorsed Harris, which has also, that list seems to be growing.
Tanya, would you agree with this, that while this shows her ahead, what it's really showing is the two in basically a tie with movement happening on the Harris side at this point? She's moving, he is not, but they are both basically tied.
Yeah, it did. This poll shows it is within the margin of error. But like I said, this is the first time she's topped 50% in one of our polls. It's also important to keep in mind, as we've seen more than a couple of times in the last 10 years, it is popular. It is easy to win, or not easy. It is possible to win the popular vote and lose the Electoral College.
That is absolutely right.
You can ask Hillary Clinton about that. And so, I mean, it's not necessarily, this is, like I said, this is a snapshot. That's what I say about all the polls. And just to keep in mind, when we do polls, we have a Democrat and a Republican doing the polling, on our polling staff. Dana Blanton's polling staff is extremely good. These are not, it's not like an online poll or a thing like that. This is a legit poll, and these are well done.
Okay, Tanya, good stuff. We appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thanks.
Have a great day. Tanya J. Powers from Fox News. What I would also say is in the last polling in 2016, the pollsters undercounted Republicans. That was a problem. The question will be, have they fixed that problem? The other part of this is there's still a long time to go. And let's not forget that all the polls, except for only a few, called for Hillary Clinton to win back in 2016. So polls are polls.
And only those.
I'm not sure it's going to change anybody's mind. However, the fact, though, that what should be bothersome to you or to any Trump supporter is she's in it. That alone should be disturbing. She's in it.
Shocking, more
and shocking for you. She's in it. And if there's any takeaway, that is it. Well, I don't believe the polls. You can't believe the polls when they're in favor, when they agree with your beliefs.
The only poll
and
that
then
matters
disagree.
is November 5th.
I understand, but do you agree
on
with me?
Both sides. I don't.
Do you
I don't
agree though with me? The fact that she's even in it is disturbing.
Bill, I grew up in a middle class family. Okay. And,
no, you did. No, you did.
And
I'm only saying it is. I didn't even think they would pick her, to be honest. And I don't think anybody did it. When Biden came out and said, I'm all in on, which is really the only way they could have gone, everybody was talking about who are they going to get. No one was even thinking about her. And now she's in it. Where will she be in 2 weeks?
It's just mind-blowing.
And in November, I don't know. We'll see.
More importantly, conservative John, as a 50-something Gen Xer, I remember Goose Gossage as being incredibly awesome.
I do too. I as I said, I would.
Yeah, it's
even
not a
Dave
name.
Rigetti. Both of those names. You're mentioning me with those names, says Clay Holmes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just wondering if it was the Mandela effect because his name was Goose, and I thought that was a cool first name. I really don't know because I was 12 years old.
That's a very good point.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that. I grew up in a Yankees household. I was a Thurman Munson fan. Goose Gossage I loved. When he came out on that mound, you just thought everything was okay. Mm-hmm. But then the Yankees were spoiled, right, with a closer.
Oh,
the world was spoiled with a closer.
The best.
When you have a closer
tremendously.
that comes out on the mound and you just know that means you're going to win,
yeah,
you've been spoiled. Trust me, as a Mets fan,
I think he could go out on the mound and pitch better today than Clay Holmes can.
Okay. What else? All right. Today is the day. Today is the day that Jimmy Fallon tickets go on sale.
Today is the day.
Today is the day.
I thought it was yesterday.
Today at 10 a.m. Now I want to tell you a little tip here. Tickets you can buy online beginning at 10 a.m. The box office does not open until 11.
Oh, so you got to get online.
So if you can go online at 10, you can be at the box office waiting in line at 10, but they won't start selling tickets until 11. Jimmy Fallon coming to the to the Rome Capitol Theater.
The Rome Capitol Arts Complex.
Coming to the Rome Capitol Theater, and it will be on our 99th plus 1 day birthday.
And he mentioned it yesterday on his show.
He did. Nice.
Towards 3 o'clock closing. Did you hear it?
I did hear him.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you something. He has all new material. It's going to be after the election. He's going to have so much to talk about. Let's hope we're all still here.
Yeah.
Because I wonder. No matter which way this election goes, you're just going to have some craziness, I'm afraid. But I could be wrong. Let's hope I am. We have some other comments we'll get to coming up. And Deeds in New Hartford says, isn't Goose Gossage in the Hall of Fame? I believe he is. Is he, Davey?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And I've met Goose Gossage. He's a great guy.
That's why I'm.
Who's saying that he's not in the Hall of Fame?
No one's saying that.
Richard?
It's just the way Andrew, the way this comparison is.
No, not me.
Well, I understand the way it's
Davey
read.
said he's put it. Davey said
that was you, Dave.
That Goose Gossage and Rigetti and
you're now in
Holmes.
you're now in a very bad circle. You're in a circle with Rigetti and Goose Gossage. I'm like, well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but he's a famous.
At one point in their career,
well,
they had
he'll go down in history as the most Yankees closer with most blown saves.
Well, maybe he could blow one more so he could actually own the record.
Right, he's gonna.
Yeah, that would be nice.
He's gonna.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
All right, I'm just saying.
John wants to talk to you.
I can't find ticket information for Jimmy Fallon on the Capitol website, says Cindy in Utica. What is the date of the show? The show is December 6th, one day before Pearl Harbor Day, one day after WIBX's 99th anniversary of signing on the air. I believe Pearl Harbor Day probably is a little bigger than all of that. Davey, you want me to take line one? You do? I will. Hi, good morning.
I want you to break.
Line one, you're on the radio. I don't know who you are. It's a mystery take here.
Mystery guest.
Who is? Oh, it's John in Bridgewater.
Oh, there you
I
go.
can tell by his voice.
Doing,
I can tell by his voice.
Hey, got a question for you. You guys familiar with the old Hamline Dairy in Utica?
The what?
I don't know.
The old Hamline Dairy years ago on Foss Ave, our plant used to be the old Hamline Dairy.
Well, John,
okay.
I'll have to ask my Siri about it.
And everything that was painted back in the day is all lead. So we come in this morning, and
great.
the boiler room has been blowing water for, I don't know how, Tennessee doesn't care. Anyways,
Yeah.
the floor is covered with nothing but lead paint.
Oh.
Where you are now? Where you are now?
Yeah. It's been doing it for who knows how long. In Tennessee, they don't put no money into this shit poop hole.
I can't let's
And
just say
I got
that.
pictures I want to send you.
Are you saying the place where you work, you're blowing them in, you're saying it is filled, you're in a hazard situation?
Yeah, there's paint chips all over the floor, and I'm at the point where I'm going to retire, so I can quit now, and it won't bother me. But I'm just so sick of Tennessee. They haven't given nobody raises in 7 years. No.
Okay, so for I thought you didn't like the state. So that's the name of your company.
I was just gonna say.
The name of your company is what?
Microphone.
Okay, Microfoam.
And then, so
What is
Tennessee
Tennessee?
the parent company?
Where the parent company
Tennessee is our corporate office.
Okay.
All they did is just bleed us dry.
Oh, so the corporate
They used
office
us as a
headquarters
cash
is in
cow, and
Tennessee.
now they're struggling to. If they get one product or material in, then we're out of another.
What do you produce there?
We make foam ink rolls for labeling guns.
Okay.
You know,
Like what you might have at a grocery store.
Yeah. Well, Italy is still back in the old times because they were still labeling
I see.
cans and whatnot. So thank God, because
That keeps you guys
millions
busy.
and millions and millions of all different colors ink rolls.
Okay, so you do a lot of sales in Italy.
Well, yeah, overseas. Yep.
I did notice because we were over there, and it did look like the labeling. It's like a place where time just stopped moving forward, and they keep a lot of the older traditions, which I kind of really like, to be honest.
You guys know the real quick the calculator. We make the ink roll for that. When you push the minus, it prints red. When you push the black, we make the ink rolls and the clip for that. So
like what you'd have at your workplace.
That we make. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep. But I've had enough, man. I walked into the boiler room. There's steam and water blowing all over the switch that says boiler. In case of an emergency, turn on, turn off. I got pictures in the boiler room I'm going to send you. This is going to blow your mind.
Okay.
So if they fire me, I get fired.
And you are the whistleblower at this point.
Apparently.
Well, you know what I would do? I would
nobody
say
else is calling in because
I'm gonna put you in touch maybe with Senator Griffo's office and
see what they can do.
I mean, there should be this is not we're in 2024. You should not be working in hazardous conditions.
Well, it's been like this. I've been here for 40 years, and nothing has changed since they bought the place. They haven't done one iota of a thing.
Yeah.
And if anything that goes wrong in my department, like plumbing, steam lines, I repair it. Either that or I have to work in water. So
wow.
All
right.
I'll
so send us the pictures, and we'll pass it on to.
I'll send them to you.
All right. Okay,
all right.
John.
Yep.
We're going to start calling you John the Whistleblower.
Whistleblower John.
Probably going to regret it, but whatever.
I think you probably might.
Kind of late for it now, ain't it?
Yeah, well,
you should retire before you get fired.
I got the S word off the air that you said, but
I said poop.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the rest of it, I couldn't hit delay on.
History.
I'm sorry. All right, John. Well, listen, you should not be subjected to that. It puts your health at risk.
Yeah, and everybody there.
Everyone there.
All the nice coworkers that have participated in the free money question.
When you come into the employee entrance, there's a steel plate and then a rubber mat over it so you don't walk into the steam water and get your feet all wet. That's what the girls have to
deal with.
The women have to work,
Wow.
So.
Well, again, by the way, I had no idea that's what you guys did over there. And there are so many places in this area where we produce things for people around the world from here. And we don't have any idea we do it. People don't have any idea. So.
Well, most of our business is overseas. We have a few domestic, but
I heard that in Italy they're still using the stamp. Is that true?
They probably are.
Yeah. Okay.
Stamp, label gun, whatever you want to call it.
All right. Send us those pictures.
I'll do that.
All right, John. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
And be
safe.
All
right, John.
Be safe.
Yep. See you, Andy. Andrew.
Okay. Well, there you go. You should call him John, King of the double negatives. And that's Ralph and PA. I got a break, Andrew says, and I got a bunch more to get to before we hit 7 o'clock. Next hour, Dr. Scott Cook. Bosses want to use AI to boost productivity. They should be using AI to make that place safer for those people over there.
Yeah, I don't know how they would remove lead paint with AI.
I don't know either.
Sure they'll do it.
Mentioning Jimmy Fallon, tickets go on sale today at 11 a.m. at the box office, 10 a.m. at online. You can go right online, and I have a link. Just go to RomeCapitalTheater.com. I'll give you the exact website in a second. And you go to their website, and you'll see it right there today where you can buy tickets. We'll talk more about it coming up. You have questions. Tickets range from, I think, $47 to $67, I believe, is there. The ticket prices for this. Jimmy Fallon live December 6th at the Capitol in Rome.
Carl's massive overstock clearance sale. Recliners from $199. Sofa and love seats from $299 each. Bedroom $799 or less. My Carl's New Hartford Shopping Center.
There's no glory in getting beat up on the job. Aches and pains aren't trophies. They're just barriers keeping pros like you from getting work done. But Ferris commercial mowers at Clinton Tractor help you finish strong and feel good doing it with patented suspension technology. Visit Clinton Tractor today for a test drive and feel the Ferris difference. Or go to clintontractor.net. Ferris, work hard, feel good.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
I got my together. I got my together.
I got my together.
Just say it. You can get your shots together too. Your COVID-19 shot and your flu shot at the same visit as recommended by the CDC. I got my shots together. Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both.
Are you getting your together?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Orpheus was a poor boy, but he had a gift to give. And Eurydice was a young girl, but she'd seen how the world was. She fell in spite of herself in love with Orpheus.
Broadway Utica proudly presents Hadestown, October 8th and 9th at the Stanley Theater. For tickets, go to BroadwayUtica.org.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
Yeah, welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Carl's massive overstock clearance sale. Recliners from $199. Sofa and love seats from $299 each. Bedroom $799 or less. My Carl's New Hartford Shopping Center.
This is Kevin Fear, president of Mattress Express. You may have heard in the local media that one of our competitors has filed for bankruptcy. Please do not confuse that company with my company, Mattress Express. We are your local, solid, reliable hometown mattress store. I've been in business in this community for over 35 years. I am here today. I will be here tomorrow. If you have ordered a bed elsewhere and it has taken far too long to come in, bring your receipt to Mattress Express. We will meet or beat the price on the same or comparable bed and get it delivered quickly for you. If you see a bed advertised locally, we will do the same. And right now, on most king and queen sets in our store, get a free adjustable base upgrade and take up to 5 years to pay on anything in the store with no money down for qualified buyers. See store for details. Shop with confidence at Mattress Express.
It's common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes. We have less energy and gain weight easier. There's a way to feel better, not in years or months, but sometimes in just days.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick. Morning Kick is a revolutionary new formula that combines all my favorite supplements into one daily drink.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and powerful anti-aging supplements. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, and helps manage stress.
I look and feel better than I have in years.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com, use code SUPPORT, or text SUPPORT to 511-511 and claim 40% off. Roundhouseprovisions.com, code SUPPORT.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee. You can be feeling these changes within just a couple of days.
Text SUPPORT to 511-511.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
This is actual footage of Bill Keeler doing a radio show on WIBX. Sadly, his career was found in a heavily wooded area. If you know the person or persons who ended the radio career of Bill Keeler, please tell them thanks on behalf of the people of Central New York.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
I bet you did. I bet you did, Andrew.
We're both happy now.
Last night, we had as a gift given to us one of those robotic, computerized little vacuum cleaners.
Oh, like the Roomba, the thing that goes around the house automatically?
Yep.
Well, I've got a story.
Which, by the way, is simply a tilt-a-whirl for my wife's cat. Okay? Just for the record.
It does.
It just jumps on the thing going round and round. It's a ride for the cat. The cat loves it. Wow. But there's a cord on the floor, this little cherished lamp that my wife had. I'm going to try to find it today and order it. She's not up yet. It's a little round, crystal-y type, and it's got a little nice switch. She says it's the perfect lamp for when I have a night terror. She can quickly turn the light on, and that sometimes squelches the whole thing. But the what do you call it? The Roomba. The robotic vacuum cleaner, grabbed on to the cord
and threw it to the ground.
Ripped it off the nightstand. and it smashed into 1 million crystal pieces.
Oh, boy.
All over the floor.
You know, those Roombas, they can cause a lot of damage.
And you know, at the end of the day, you know whose fault it was?
Yours.
You know why? You know why it was my fault?
Because you didn't lift the cord?
No, because
you weren't
she has to
supervising
have that lamp because I have these night terrors. It was my fault.
So it's deeper than that.
It was my fault.
Those Roombas, I'm going to tell you
There
right
would be no
now.
lamp if it wasn't for you. I wouldn't have that lamp if it wasn't for you. Now I have the lamp, and now I don't anymore with pieces
hilarious.
all over the place.
So
I'm like, I am so sorry.
My aunt and uncle.
Now I'm gonna try today.
You can find it.
I don't know.
It's the internet.
You never know. This was a rare IKEA lamp, I imagine, that probably cost us $9 when we bought it, but it's a treasure. We got to find it.
Well, that's good. Hopefully it's still $9. Actually, it's probably $25 now. But my aunt and uncle, they had one of those, and they had an old dog.
The lamp or the Roomba?
The Roomba.
The Roomba.
And they had an old dog that was left out of the
dog
crate.
real or
it was a real
ceramic?
dog. It was a real dog.
Okay, all right.
And my uncle thought it would be nice to run the Roomba so that when my aunt got home, it would be, nice and clean. Well, the dog had gone to the bathroom.
Oh, you can't
So
have that.
the Roomba caught the animal's
The Roomba becomes a
production,
sprayer.
and it was everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
God,
Oh,
it was
boy.
brutal. And I happened to be down there.
It would
at the time.
literally, that would literally
Boy.
embed it into a carpet.
Oh, everything. And he had to take. He had the Roomba in like 800 pieces because he had to take it apart and clean it.
The problem is this is a hardwood floor, so the shatter went everywhere.
Oh yeah, you're probably gonna find glass crystal
everywhere,
pieces
probably in my feet. We're running out of time. Wayne, what's your pick? Quick.
You tell me what I got to pick.
Okay, you're going to pick tonight's game.
Jets Pats.
Jets Patriots.
I'm going with the Jets.
Okay, and then on
Chiefs Falcons.
Sunday, Chiefs Falcons.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs again.
Yeah, okay.
All right, and Bills Jaguars.
I'm all the way in on the Bills. And Bill, tell her to go and get herself one of them clap lights or a clapper to hook up into the thing so that when you do that, she hits the clapper and you get startled by the clap and then you go.
The problem is sometimes I clap during my night terrors. That would be awful. All right, I got a break.
Like a round of applause.
I got a break, Wayne. Thank you.
Later, guys.
From the Stanley Theater Studios, WIBX Utica, Rome. W295EI. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. A Town Square media station.
The first big Trump rally since the second assassination attempt. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
These encounters with death have not broken my will. They have really given me a much bigger and stronger mission.
The former president in Uniondale, New York.
I will stop the Kamala crime wave, and we will do everything we can. We're going to get these violent criminals behind bars. We're going to get them out of our country.
He has pledged mass deportations to deal with record illegal immigration.
Donald Trump and his extremist allies will keep trying to pull us backward. We all remember what they did to tear families apart.
Vice President Harris addressing the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. A Fox News poll gives her a 12-point lead among Hispanics and also 12 points among independent voters. The poll gives Harris an overall 2-point lead over Trump nationally.
The economy remains the number one issue of voter concern, and the former president is favored on that issue by 5 points. But the VP is favored on uniting the country, helping the middle class, and protecting rights and freedoms.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. The Teamsters have become the only major labor union not to endorse Vice President Harris, instead backing nobody. Though an internal poll among Teamsters members shows a wide majority support Trump. The manhunt appears to be over for the gunman in the Kentucky highway shootings, ending on day 12 of the search.
While they were in there, they began to detect a strong odor of what appeared to be a decomposing flesh, whether it could be animal or human.
State Police Commissioner Philip Burnett says they believe the remains found are Joseph Couch's. His shooting spree targeting cars on I-75 left 5 people seriously wounded. It's going to get a little cheaper to buy a car, maybe get a mortgage and pay off credit cards.
The Federal Open Market Committee decided to reduce the degree of policy restraint by lowering our policy interest rate by a 0.5 percentage point.
Fed Chair Jerome Powell, after all the rate hikes earlier to bring inflation down. On Wall Street, stocks dropped after the cut yesterday. But this morning, Dow futures are surging up almost 500 points. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey guys, Donald Trump Jr. here with urgent news. The world's central banks are making unprecedented moves, and it's time to pay attention. In 2022 and 2023, they bought more gold than ever before. And now in 2024, the trend is accelerating. Why? Because central banks have lost faith in the dollar, and in these uncertain times, gold is the ultimate safe haven. If you too are worried about the dollar, I urge you to take similar action by diversifying your IRA or 401k into gold with my trusted friends at Birch Gold Group. To see how it works, get your free info kit on gold IRAs by texting the word PROTECT to 989898. I trust Birch Gold. They provide an easy process to roll over your 401k or IRA into gold without losing your tax-advantaged status. So text PROTECT to 989898. That's PROTECT to the number 989898 to get your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold.
Message and data rates may apply.
A plan to avert a government shutdown in October fails in the House. But Speaker Mike Johnson's not deterred.
The play that we ran tonight was the right play. It's the right fight for the American people. It's the one that they demand and deserve.
But some of his fellow Republicans oppose the 6 months of funding is too much. And Democrats opposed a string attached, a provision mandating proof of citizenship when registering to vote in national elections. The Democrats say it's already illegal for non-citizens to vote. Rapper Sean Diddy Combs remains jailed in New York City and may stay behind bars till his federal sex crimes trial.
Sean Diddy Combs' attempt to appeal the judge's decision to deny bail to the rap mogul has been rejected. Combs was charged with sex trafficking and racketeering Tuesday. Combs' lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, urged the judge to release him on a $50 million bond, which would be secured by property in Miami. But the judge said there were no conditions that could guarantee Combs' appearance in court. Agnifilo says the whole case stems from a consensual relationship he had with a woman that lasted a decade, and says that Combs is innocent. Prosecutors say Combs used his vast resources to cover up his crimes, and he would use them to escape prosecution if granted bail. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
In the baseball playoff races, 2 teams clinched. The Milwaukee Brewers won the National League Central Division title, and then New York secured a postseason spot in the American League late last night.
And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Yankees win 2-1, and they're going to the postseason.
On Amazon Prime Video, the Yankees beat the Mariners in Seattle last night, 2-1 in 10 innings. The Yankees are tops in the American League, and while they guaranteed themselves a wild card spot at worst, the Yanks increased their lead last night to 5 games over the Orioles for first place in the American League East, with only 10 games remaining for each team. Baltimore lost Wednesday, 5-3 to San Francisco.
That's Jared Max. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Good morning,
Sorry.
WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time, 7:05. I'm Andrew Dominio. This update brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Still have some fog in the area. We are at 54 degrees. Your full weather forecast is coming up. It's going to be a beautiful day today. That's the thing to take away from all of that. The City of Utica Police Department has announced an arrest in connection with that Labor Day broad daylight shooting that happened on the corners of Bleecker and Nichols Street. Police say early in the investigation, a suspect was developed and numerous attempts were made to locate him. Ultimately, the New York, New Jersey U.S. Marshals Regional Task Force adopted the case and began to search for the suspect. Utica Police warrants investigators and members of the task force worked hand in hand with the Karen community to have the suspect surrender peacefully and without further incident. On September 18th, that relationship proved fruitful as members of the task force and UPD patrol officers were able to take Toto, age 24, of Utica, into custody at his residence on Mary Street. He's facing several charges, including multiple counts of criminal possession of a weapon and a firearm. A Utica woman was arrested for allegedly striking an 88-year-old man. Utica police say they were called to the 1200 block of Kemble Street for an assault investigation on September 16th. Officers located the elderly male victim and say he had a laceration on his head. The victim told police his neighbor, 45-year-old Stephanie Wilson, approached him and struck him in the head with her fist for no reason. Wilson was taken into custody and charged with second-degree assault of a victim over 65. Once again, there's been a delay in breaking ground on a brand-new multi-billion-dollar chip-making complex in Clay. Micron Technology is now set to begin its project at the White Pine Commerce Park in November, 2025. The original groundbreaking date was set to be in June before being moved to next spring. The reason for the latest change is Micron's draft environmental report not being submitted for months, and because the company can't cut down trees after March 31st due to endangered bats at the construction site. The Governor's Traffic Safety Committee is urging all Empire State motorists to be aware of motorcyclists. Data shows that motorcycle accidents account for 15% of all traffic fatalities nationwide, and there have been at least 66 deadly motorcycle crashes in New York this year, a number that's likely to rise. Drivers should look out for riders before changing lanes or pulling out into traffic. Motorcycle operators must also make sure they're always wearing the proper safety equipment. And an apple orchard right here in central New York has once again been named the best in the country. For a fifth time, Beacon Skiff Apple Orchards in Lafayette has topped USA Today's 10 Best list. The business previously earned the prestigious honor in 2015, 2017, 2020, and 2021. The orchard was the only one in New York to make the list. It is 7:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net. For today, we will see sunny skies with a high in the mid-80s. Overnight, mostly clear with a low in the mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow, sunny skies yet again with temperatures again in the low 80s. You can always get the full 5-day forecast anytime at WIBX950.com. Right now, we're at 55 degrees under cloudy skies with some heavy fog at 7:09.
Can I announce something?
Sure.
Yesterday, we signed a deal with the Weather Channel. And
we're making this announcement.
Ray
Awesome.
Stajic, who 10 years ago used to do weather on this radio station, is coming back. And you can hear the applause. People are very, very happy. Ray Stajic is making his way back. Sorry. Ray Stajic returning to WIBX, I believe, next week. So the deal was signed.
That is awesome.
Yesterday. We're very excited about that.
Not only does Ray live, breathe, and sleep weather, he's very personable.
He
and
is
entertaining.
He is the weather.
He is.
Just for the record. So when it's sunny out, it's beautiful. You look out there and say, Ray Stajic.
Thank you.
When
Thank
it's
you,
crap,
Ray.
thank you, Ray. When it's
thanks
crappy,
a lot.
Blame somebody else. All right, Andrew with sports.
And we thank Mike Johnson for his brief weather forecast.
Mike Johnson filled in. We do appreciate that, Mike. And
now get back to
I'm going to get
being
him.
Speaker of the
I'm
House.
going to get him. That's right. Go back to Washington.
Get
We're gonna try to get him on the air and chat with him before he's completely gone.
Yeah, he's never really
Mike
been
Johnson.
big for interviews.
We will talk to him though. So here's Andrew with sports.
Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43 local contractors. The Yankees are in the postseason officially, even though Clay Holmes tried to blow it for them. They're going to the postseason for the 59th time in franchise history. The Bronx Bombers clinched a playoff berth after topping the Mariners 2-1 in 10 innings at T-Mobile Park. Luke Weaver earned the victory after striking out 4 over an inning and 2/3 of relief. I think he's also earned the spot of possibly being the new closer for now. Ian Hamilton secured his first save of the season after striking out without striking out 2 without allowing a run in the bottom of the 10th. Anthony Rizzo drove in both of New York's runs. The Yankees are 89-63 and lead the AL East by 5 games. New York will look to sweep the series this afternoon. Speaking of sweeps, the Mets got the brooms out and took care of the Nationals after earning a 10-0 victory.
This is just exciting.
In the series finale.
Mets they have 10 games left. 4 this weekend, starting tonight with the first place Phillies.
That will be
their
a tough
destiny
stretch.
is in their hands.
Correct. Jose Quintana was credited with the win after striking out 4 batters over 7 scoreless innings pitched. New York is now 2.5 games up in the final wild card spot at 84-68. The Mets host the Philadelphia Phillies for a 4-game set that begins tonight in Queens, as you mentioned. A Giants legend is one step closer to hearing his call to the Hall. The Pro Football Hall of Fame announced the 167 modern-era players nominated for the class of 2025. 2-time Super Bowl champion and former Giants quarterback Eli Manning is one of those 16 players. in their first year of eligibility. Manning ranked in the top 10 in career passing yards, completions, and touchdown passes. New York is last in the NFC East at 0-2, and will visit the Cleveland Browns on Sunday. You want to hear some of the other names that are possibly going to be first-time ballot Hall of Famers?
No.
Panthers linebacker, I'm going to tell you anyway. Panthers linebacker Luke Kuechly, Ravens pass rusher Terrell Suggs, and legendary kicker Adam Vinatieri of the New England Patriot years headline for the first time nominees. A screening committee will reduce the list of nominees to 50 players next month. And the Packers could have their star quarterback return to the field sooner rather than later. This is awesome. Don't want to push him, though. Jordan Love was back at practice as a limited participant Wednesday. He was wearing a brace on his leg after suffering a knee sprain during a Week 1 loss to the Eagles in Brazil. The 25-year-old missed last weekend's win over the Colts, where Malik Willis did a pretty good job as the starting quarterback. The Packers are still last in the NFC North at 1-1 and will visit the Titans in Nashville on Sunday. If you're dealing with debilitating pain, maybe a sprained knee, you can go to see Dr. Tim Delmedico and his staff at one of 4 clinic locations that he now has open in the area. He was the first to bring this Revive Softwave technology to the area, and it is helping people. It has helped several people, including myself, and it could help you as well. Neck, back, knee, wrist, arthritis, shoulder, or foot and ankle pain like I was dealing with, Softwave therapy may be the way to go. It sends high-speed sound waves to the impacted area, which helps promote blood flow and your body's natural stem cells to the impacted area to promote natural healing. And Keeler listeners get a special deal on your first visit, which includes your consultation, a first Softwave therapy treatment, and they'll put you on a treatment and recovery plan and assessment. You can call them at 315-725-8427, 315-725-8427. There are several sports teams, professional sports teams, that have this technology in their locker rooms. The Cleveland Clinic, the Mayo Clinic, and other major hospitals such as Harvard University Medical School Hospital, all using technology like this as well. And Dr. Tim Delmedico believes in it so much, he's closed his chiropractor business to fully focus on helping people with this Softwave therapy. If you need more information, reviveutica.com. That's reviveutica.com, or call them at 315-725-8427. 315-725-8427. Let the healing begin with Revive Softwave Therapy, Genesee Street in Utica.
All right, the anonymous person, I only have one caller. We'll get to him coming up in a second. Some messages here this morning. Rob, good, Rob. Thank you, man. I'll respond to that in a second. Joe, here is, it used to be Hamelin in North Utica Shopping Center.
Okay.
Is what I think he's talking about what John had to,
the farm.
what John was
the
talking
farm
about.
Place, yeah.
Yep. Mike, as much as I detest the Kansas City Chiefs, if you're going to complain about penalty calls, you need to look at the calls through the totality of the game. An early bad call can set the tone for the entire game. That is really, really true. Regarding Syracuse's new head coach, Scott from Kirkville may say he looks like Richard Pryor, but the way Syracuse is playing is no joke, and I agree.
Oh, I like that line. That's a good line.
We have an area that needs light, and there's no plug available, so we bought one of those lamps that is rechargeable. Might be something you should look for.
Oh, so you can, you don't have to worry about the cord.
We have one of those. It's a touch. Restaurants use them a lot. You just touch it, and it comes on, and it's rechargeable. It's pretty cool. Mike Johnson couldn't get a continuing resolution to do the WIBX weather. That is absolutely true. And let me tell you something. I really believe that the fact that we are a Republican bill to keep the government going gets stopped in the House by Republicans. Do they understand that we have an election coming up here? And this is the last thing I feel that is going to make the country feel like good about Congress. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For God's sakes, we don't need a shutdown in the middle of all of this right now. Just my take on it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm stupid. Paul is with Utica Yeti, and he wants to talk about what's going on this week, which is unbelievable. They're already in town. 28 different countries here all staying in the Utica area. And by the way, you cannot find a hotel anywhere.
No, you can't.
For the Box Lacrosse World Championships, men and women going on starting Friday here in Utica, and Tuesday they're playing in Oneida out near the Oneida Nation. And good morning, Paul. I know you have some updates on all of this, but good morning.
Bill, good morning to you. Sorry, I had a quick little phone issue here. But anyhow, good morning to you. And I'm just playing off of Rob Esch yesterday. Props to Rob Esch and his crew to get this down here. The world is here. When I say the world, there's 38 teams from around the world, and it's incredible. The play is incredible. The players, the best of the best, are here in Utica, and it's going to be incredible. Wow. We were fortunate enough last night. We played Switzerland. Utica Yeti played Switzerland.
Wow.
And then, it gets even better because the first ever women's game was played out at the Mary Windsor Community Center out in Oneida last night between the newly formed Lady Yeti that we have.
Oh, that's cool.
And Team Netherlands. So
that's cool.
It's been incredible for the local area. I can't say enough to the volunteers that have been helping out. And best yet, we still have two Yeti that are on world teams. We have Nick Stutz, who is a local New Hartford graduate. He's playing with the Virgin Islands, and Tony Sorsey, our head coach. He's the assistant head coach for Team USA Women. So
wow.
It's been an incredible run this past week. What they got going on down there is world class. It's awesome.
And what a huge plus for the sport in the area, right? I mean, you would see that firsthand.
It's taken off to the degree. We got students out at Herkimer, a huge lacrosse town, as you know.
Yeah.
We have one of their students is on Team Jamaica.
Wow.
As far as the Jamaican box lacrosse team is here, and he had an opportunity where he got off the plane, and the next day he was playing box lacrosse for the first time. So,
wow.
It's quite an event that we've seen USA the hockey this past winter.
Yep.
That was only 10 teams.
Yeah, this
There's
is 28.
What's going on? Yeah. What's going on
28 countries. And I believe, 38 teams, including the women.
38 teams, 28 countries,
yeah.
Yes. Many of the women's teams have men's teams that are playing as well, yes.
All right, great stuff, Paul.
Stuff.
Congratulations.
Get down there. Thank you very much.
Check it out.
You guys do well.
This is going to be a big, big week for the area, no doubt. So, all right.
Huge. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you
Great
so much.
job, guys.
Thank you, Paul. I want to get this in before I break. Dr. Scott Cook is on through Fox News. Do you have any paperwork on that?
Oh, yeah.
This is what is going to be happening, and it's funny because somebody just last week said, I'm not as worried about AI taking American jobs. I think what really is going to happen is AI is going to make American workers, really not just American but around the world, more productive, more effective. And really, that's what companies are looking to do right now. He is a chief data scientist and associate professor of mathematics at Tarleton State University. Dr. Scott Cook, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me on.
So I realize everything's afraid. We're nervous. AI is going to come in and take over the human race, and we're all going to just sit there and smoke opium, probably, lying there, and that's all we're going to be good for. Just sitting there, smoking opium. The reality is, in science, in medicine, in manufacturing, I really feel like AI is going to make us far more productive and better. What do you think?
That's the great promise, right? And we're already seeing early signs of it. The hope is, if we're not stuck doing some of the more routine parts of our day-to-day, we can spend more time doing the good stuff.
Yeah, right. So obviously AI needs to be handled very carefully. and someone with nefarious plans could do bad things, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like most new technologies, right?
Sure. However, what should we do?
Well, I think right now the major source of struggle people are reporting isn't, loss of jobs. It's just struggling to learn how to do their jobs with this new tool in their space. There's plenty of reason to be uncomfortable right now, but we've been at this point so many times in the past. This new tech appears and invades our home and our workplaces. We got to learn how to adjust to it. But the really cool thing about humans is we learn too. It's not just the robots.
Yeah. What about the employees who say, and actually there is a new survey out that says 77% of employees, and I would imagine if you're an employee out there, we all are, I'm sure you weren't asked this question, but the survey is based on science and math. So they say 77% of employees say it creates more work for them. What do you think?
Yeah. So that comes out of a really interesting study from Upwork and Microsoft. Explored a wide range of workplace issues, and obviously AI is one of the biggies. And that's really worrying, but it's also really consistent with what we've seen over and over again when new tech enters our workplace. At first, we're kind of clumsy with it because we're already good at doing our jobs the old way. So it takes us longer to do something when we're learning along the way. But flash forward to the end of that story. Over and over again, we get a few years in, and we can't hardly imagine our life without it anymore.
Yeah.
If you want to go back a few years, think about COVID and remote work and Zoom. I don't know about you, but I still shudder whenever I hear someone say, "You're muted."
Right.
Awkward.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. My wife says that to me all the
I can't
time.
imagine my day-to-day without it,
Yeah. That is very true. So I think we just have to be careful. I think the example here that I'm looking at on the sheet in front of me says we have to handle it very carefully. It's a powerful tool. We wouldn't give a chainsaw to a 4-year-old.
Right.
True.
Right?
That's true.
And I don't think we should give AI to stupid people because it could be really, really dangerous. Yeah.
It
All
could
right.
be.
Yeah. It could be, but are you feeling promising about it, Professor?
I really do. I think that we're already seeing, my students report every day that they can spend a lot more time developing their ideas when they don't have to spend time writing code from a blank piece of paper or putting every letter together, right? You can do the stuff that's really interesting when you don't have to do some of the more routine things.
Yeah.
And recall that humans get better over time. I feel like in terms of employees and employers and training, that the classic one-day workshop with an outside expert is probably not best suited in this situation because AI is easy to use but hard to use well and has everything to do with the very specifics about your company and your job. I think maybe supporting communities of practice amongst, your existing employees where they can get together over a pizza the boss bought for them and exchange what worked and what didn't.
Yeah.
That seems like the best bang for your buck and the fastest way to get there without everyone being scared.
All right.
And Dr. Cook, this probably goes down a whole other black hole, but do you think at some point that AI will, in a way, make things so easier that it kind of dilutes the educational process? You mentioned, not having to learn how to write particular code, just having AI do it for you. You can argue in some ways that cell phones and technology and autocorrect have made people's lives a little bit lazier in a sense with certain things. Do you think AI will do the same thing?
Said Andrew, who came in today on a horse and buggy. Yes, go ahead, Doc. Tell us.
Yeah, well,
I got to go feed the horse.
Sure, but the same kind of thing was said in my field of mathematics when the calculator entered the classroom. Now we're not doing arithmetic in our heads, but instead we had more time and bandwidth to worry about higher level stuff.
Right.
Statistics, data science, the very AI that we're talking about right now is enabled because there is a tool that took that off our plates. We don't get dumber, we just shift.
Yeah.
I like the old pen and paper method.
I do have to say, though, there would be nothing worse than the kid in the classroom. And I think probably we all had someone around us, whether as an adult or as a kid, who could figure things out, found a way to figure things out. Scott, the human calculator, Scott Flansburgh, is a good example, who was able to figure things out. He found a way to get to the answer, and the teacher, the professor, the math teacher said, sorry, I'm only giving you half credit because you didn't show your work. I don't know how you got there. And the reality is, isn't the most important thing that they get the correct answer?
That they got there, yeah.
I mean, stand in front of him, make sure the kid's not cheating. And as long as that kid can come up with the answer, showing the work is such a waste to me. And I think this really is an example of where we can move past all of that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've never had a boss who accepted me saying, I got it right, trust me. They kind of wanted me to explain why and convince them, right? And that's kind of what showing your work is. But the great thing about AI is people who struggle to articulate their thoughts well in words, but still have really good, valuable ideas, they can use this tool to get it out into words, onto paper, so other people can assess it, as opposed to being stuck in their head and fumbling out.
Yeah. All right. Although I will say the number of times I said to my boss, look at the ratings. I'm not telling you how I did it. Just look at the ratings. All right. Sell the numbers. Don't ask me how I did it. I'm not going to tell you. Okay. There you go, Scott. Doctor, thank you. We appreciate your time. And good luck out there, Dr. Scott Cook.
It's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much.
Have a great day. Okay.
You too.
It took a while to warm him up a little bit. Ooh, boy.
I mean,
I thought I was going to have to continue to do the interview for him.
He had a strong finish.
He did have a strong finish. And then we have not taken a break here, have we?
No, it's sorry.
Screw it. Here is Mike and Skyler, who's going to go on and on and on about the Yankees.
Nah, I won't do that.
Good.
Excited they got to the postseason.
Listen,
they home they had to blow. They had to blow the save to get to it, but at least somebody was on.
It is.
At least somebody was on base when he gave up the home run.
Listen, are you done talking about the Yankees? Because I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much. But I did want to talk about the updates with the updates with iOS and
the iPhone update, and on the Watch update, you'll get an update on your Apple TV and everything. So I can just say, I think the greatest update of all, we still haven't seen, obviously the AI and all that connected to your iPhone. We have not seen the benefits of that as of yet, but the greatest update that came out of this, the biggest little secret that came out of the latest iPhone update is passwords.
You can look at on a website.
It's going to be, the password thing, they tell you, use a better password. That password isn't good enough. So you got this 9-mile-long password, and you cannot, for the love of God, figure out what that password was. And then you're trying to bring it up, and your phone can't find it. Your computer can't find it. All of that should go away with the new password technology on your in the new iOS software.
There's a little app that has everything centralized in one location.
Even what I would find is the problem is I could get to the website, but when it came to an app and I needed a password for the app, sometimes the phone didn't remember the app password.
Right.
It would remember we were just trying to get onto a streaming service the other night.
Oh, that's a brutal process.
But now all of a sudden, at least with Apple TV, I can do it from my phone. It uses your facial recognition, and you click, and boom, I can connect with my phone. Sharing passwords, giving someone a Wi-Fi password, all of a sudden, all of this stuff just became easy. And isn't it about time? It has been the biggest pain in the neck, in my opinion.
Yes, they did make it a lot better. Everything's in one app to see everything. And see, before, I guess if you go into settings and you type password, it was a different area. But now it is a lot easier.
It is
one of the nice
you would have to.
that.
You would have to. Like I've noticed already, and I don't have the newer phone. I noticed already. It's just automatically working. I don't even have to open up the app. It's automatically going to the app, referencing it, and grabbing that information, which is really helpful.
Yeah. The other thing I like too, I did a little of the customization. It's kind of neat. You have the different modes with your backgrounds and stuff. The one thing too is I don't know if you noticed, but there's hidden features too. Not the ones they talk about, but if you go on YouTube, what iOS 18 tips and tricks, you can find things. But when you record a video now, you can actually pause the recording of the video and then resume.
I didn't know that. That's huge.
Yeah, that's new.
That's big.
But
right.
I got the new phone coming Friday, actually. My girlfriend,
all right. Nice.
She had an older phone, and we got $1,000 back to basically pay for the phone.
That's cool.
So I get to play around.
All right, well, let me know. Let me
that.
know on Monday what you think of the phone. So, and by the way, you're getting a new phone on Friday, which means your day will be ruined. You're only going to pay attention to the phone. I once chased the mailman all around the city
trying to
because I had to sign for it and I missed him. And I finally found him, and I
messes everything up.
And then, you're trying to make the easy transfer from your old phone to your new phone. It's going to be easy. It's simple, and then it turns into a disaster. Where are my pictures? Where are my text messages? Where's everything?
Make sure you do your iCloud backup. Always do
the backup. Yeah. All right, Michael. Thank you, and go Yankees. It's hard for me to say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. Thank you,
man. Boy, wouldn't it be something if we saw the New York Yankees playing the New York Mets in a Subway Series.
Oh.
And I got to tell you something. These Mets right now are one of the best teams in baseball. So where they go, I don't know. They could still collapse. But wouldn't it be something if these two teams got hot at the perfect time and ended up playing each other so the Mets could win finally over the Yankees in the World Series?
Well, based on
Jake,
what's been going on, it's been
I would be sitting there saying, bring in Clay Holmes. Bring in Clay Holmes. Right. Here's Jake who wants to make his picks, and then I got a break.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Jake. Good morning. All right, so we're doing an NFL pick, and we've chosen, we have 3 people in with us. Jake is one of them. We're all competing for $200.
Of Habaika's money, for the record.
Win or lose, it's fun.
It's fun. Yeah, it is a good time. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Let's start with tonight's game, the Jets and the Patriots.
Jets.
Going with the Jets. Okay.
This is our chance to make up some ground on Davey and Bill.
I know,
they're picking
Andrew,
the
that's what I'm thinking.
I don't understand that. But.
I got to tell you, I think this Patriots team is a little better than everybody thinks it is.
Okay.
I'm worried about the Bills playing the Patriots. I'm just saying. The next game is the
Chiefs-Falcons.
And Falcons on Sunday.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
I might be the outlier here. I'm really
That's not a bad. Listen,
about going with the Falcons.
The Chiefs have. I think they have almost both games this season. They've almost lost, haven't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so sooner or later they're going to lose. And then finally the Bills game on Monday. Who are you going with?
Who are they playing?
Jags.
Oh, Buffalo.
Going with Buffalo. All right.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. All right, Jake. Thank you, man.
When do the Kansas City...
Have a great day, guys.
You do the same. Thanks, you so
Jake,
much.
You too. When are the Kansas City Chiefs going to have to change their name?
I don't know. I don't know why. I'm not. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying they have the, they kind of have the Native American.
I've kind of wondered, too, like even locally, you have Oriskany has not changed. Whitesboro's not changed.
I think New York State is mandating it, right?
But unless
Oriskany's changed their name.
They did change their name? What are they calling now?
I'm not sure, but they just announced it recently.
Unless they can come up with a reason why it's justified to use the name. And maybe that's what Whitesboro has done. Yeah, I think you can challenge it. Good luck.
They changed their name from the Redskins to the Skyhawks in June of this year.
The Skyhawks.
Oriskany Skyhawks.
There you go. Can I break now? I have a bunch to get to. By the way, Donna this morning says, do not forget, not only is the World Box Lacrosse Championships 38 teams, 28 countries in town and competing beginning this weekend through next weekend. But also Falling Leaves run is this weekend. And Hamilton College Parents Weekend is coming up. And the anniversary of that time that John Bon Jovi called up Giorgio's and said, I need a reservation for 12. And the person on the other end of the line said, I'm sorry, we don't take your reservations. He said, yeah, but I'm John Bon Jovi, and I don't give a blank who you are. We don't take reservations. Click. It is the anniversary of that event as well. Love Giorgio's. Great food. Got a break. Coming back at WIBX.
Carl's massive overstock clearance sale. Recliners from $199. Sofa and love seats from $299 each. Bedroom $799 or less. My Carl's New Hartford Shopping Center.
By now, you've probably heard of Upside, the free app that gets you real cash back at gas stations. But Upside is so much more than just a gas app. Upside lets you earn cash back at more than 85,000 grocery stores, gas stations, and restaurants, including popular national chains and local favorites. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back on your purchase. There are no complicated points or rebates. With Upside, you can earn up to $10 cash back every time you go to the grocery store or dine out. That's up to $10 right back in your pocket on every meal out and every grocery run. The best part? You can earn on top of your credit or debit card rewards. Download Upside today. Use promo code SNACK10 and get a 10% cashback bonus on your first purchase. Get the Upside app and use promo code SNACK10 for an extra 10% cashback bonus. That's promo code SNACK10. Offers vary by user and location. Terms and conditions apply. Go to upside.com for details.
Carl's massive overstock clearance sale. Recliners from $199. Sofa and love seats from $299 each. Bedroom $799 or less. My Carl's New Hartford Shopping Center.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-559-8226. 800-559-8226. 800-559-8226.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
It's truck season at Steve Pawnee Chevrolet in Herkimer. Lease a 2024 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT 4-wheel drive All-Star Edition. 3 years, 10,000 miles per year, $499 a month. Or purchase with over $8,000 in savings. Need a heavy-duty truck? We've got a great selection in 3/4 and 1-ton trucks to choose from, with more arriving daily. Financing available 5.9% up to 84 months. Visit us on Route 28 in Herkimer or at StevePawneeChevy.com. Hurry, these offers end September 30th, 2024. Together, let's drive with Steve Pawnee Chevrolet. Stop in and see why it's always easy to do business at Steve Pawnee Chevrolet.
Customers must qualify with top-tier credit through GM Financial. Offers are available on select models only. Lease offers require a current Chevy lease through GM Financial, and finance offers require a 2010 or newer Chevrolet trade-in. All taxes, fees, and the first payment are due on delivery. See salesperson for details.
WIBX news time is 7:40. Coming up, Hobica's free money question of the day. I think I want to change one of my picks.
Oh, I don't know.
With your
Sharpie.
do it. You can. Yeah, I think I want to change a pick. I learned a little bit here. I've been given some intel, and I think I might want to change a pick.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this. Let's hear it.
No, I'll get to it in a second. Okay, right now I'm going to deal with the investigator from the Oneida County. It's Oneida City, right? Police Department.
It's Oneida County Sheriff.
Oneida County Sheriff's. That's what I thought. I'll get.
That's
it
what
right.
you meant.
It is, which I was actually there last night for a Crime Stoppers meeting, and Crime Stoppers has been unbelievably successful in getting police the information they need to make our neighborhoods safer. And it's all done anonymously. Very important. On the line right now is Sahid Karsak, investigator. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. How you doing, sir?
Good. It's time for this week's Wanted Person of the Week. And what are we looking at for this week?
So this week we're looking at a gentleman by the name of Mr. Jason Lasan. He's a black male, 32 years of age. He's 6 feet tall, weighs approximately 182 pounds. He has black hair, brown eyes, and he currently has a warrant out of Oneida County Court for the charge of pedal larceny because he failed to appear.
Okay, and failed to appear. If anybody, there's a full story up on our website and a photo. If anybody has any information, you can go through, and there are links inside the story. If you go to our website at WIBX950.com, it'll give you all of the details on this person and it's all 100% anonymous. Is there? Are there other warrants too? I believe there might be some other warrants outside of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there's actually. I apologize. He actually has 2 additional warrants out of the City of Utica Police Department.
All right. I'm trying to make it look like I know what's going on. I'm just reading from the story, which you sent me. So I'm using your information, Sahid. All right. We thank you. Thank you so much. And thanks for what you do. And we'll do this again soon.
Thank you, Bill. We appreciate your support.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
That is investigator Sahid Karsick with the United County Sheriff's Department and our Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers Wanted Person of the Week. The story is right up there on WIBX950.com. Today is the day that at the 10 a.m. tickets go on sale for Jimmy Fallon and WIBX's 99th birthday bash, which happens on December 6th at the Rome Capitol Theater. Tickets range from $47 to $67, and they go on sale today. Get your seats.
It's going to be a great show.
An awesome venue. Last time we had Jimmy up, we were in the Stanley, and it is fitting that we're doing this at the Rome Capitol Theater, and $1 from every ticket sold will go to the Community Foundation's tornado relief for the people of Rome. So great fun. An amazing talent up on stage in Jimmy Fallon. The fact that we get him here is enormous, and really we should be feeling pretty good about that. To be able to come out and see him, what a great show it is, and you're doing some good at the same time. You laugh,
indeed,
and you're giving. Ultimately, you're giving to the cause. All right, that's today. Box office opens at 11. Online. Rome Capitol Theater's website, online, 10 a.m. Get your tickets today to see Jimmy Fallon coming up on December 6th before the tickets are all gone.
And I had someone approach me recently and ask me how I became friends with him. I had to explain.
All right, we're going to explain
because they listened to the show and they said, "How come he's always talking about you?"
He talks about you, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to explain how come I became friends with him.
He loves you in a manly way.
Yeah, right.
Right? We'll explain that for everybody coming up in a second. All right, let's do Habaika's free money question of the day. How much money are we looking at here today, Davey?
$250.
$250.
Moving up a little bit. Moving up.
$250 on the line, and caller number
1010.
Call the number 10 right now at 315-736-0186. Caller 10. 315-736-0186. I'll be changing my pick on a game, and I'll tell you what that is coming up as well. Free money is up next. Call now to win from WIBX.
Get ready for the world's premier box lacrosse event. The World Lacrosse Box Championships are coming to Utica, New York. Witness 28 men's and 10 women's teams from 28 countries compete for the ultimate title. From September 20th to the 29th, experience 133 electrifying games at the Adirondack Bank Center and Utica University Nexus Center. Catch up to 16 games a day with intense action every 45 minutes. And don't miss the vibrant vendor village. Get your tickets now at EmpireStateTix.com.
This is Kevin Fear, president of Mattress Express. You may have read in the media lately that one of our competitors has filed for bankruptcy. Please do not confuse that company with my company, Mattress Express. We are your solid, reliable, local hometown mattress store. I've been in business in this community for over 35 years. I'm here today. I'll be here tomorrow. Our low price brand name guarantee coupled with our unbeatable lineup of products makes us the first choice for bedding in this community. We have Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, Purple, Puffy, the Smart Bed by Instant Comfort, Posh and Lavish, and more. And right now, on most king and queen sets in the store, get a free adjustable base upgrade. Also, take up to 5 years to pay with no money down for anything in the store. See store for details. Shop with confidence at Mattress Express.
Tommy! I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace.
race again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F-words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all of that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic.
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
When we get together with others, we can do more. On September 20th, our community will hold Mohawk Valley Gives, a 24-hour day of giving to benefit area nonprofits. Your donation will help hundreds of nonprofit organizations meet our community's greatest needs, and every dollar counts. Join us on September 20th at givemb.org, and let's show everybody that Mohawk Valley gives.
Powered by the Community Foundation and Up Mobility Foundation, proudly sponsored by Staffworks and M&T Bank, and brought to you by Town Square Media.
What's better than 1 win? 3 wins. With Straight Savings, you keep your own phone, get 1 line for only $25 a month with real unlimited data, and get rewarded with a $200 phone credit after 12 months. It's a win-win-win. Head to Walmart or visit straighttalk.com today. Switch to Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Straight Savings Plan enrollment requires compatible unlocked device and new line of service. Bonus device credit requires 12 months of active service. Offer ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. Taxes and fees apply. For network management practices, see Straight Talk's terms and conditions.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Okay, time for us to do Hobika's free money question of the day. Comes from Joseph and Andrew Hobika, the Hobika Law Firm. For all of your legal needs, are you in a little situation, you have trouble, you got a little traffic thing going on, you have something big, you need to sue somebody because they're a piece of garbage?
Charged with a felony?
Call the Hobika Law Firm, 315-724-1600. Joseph and Andrew Hobika, spelled Hobika. There are other spellings out there.
As
This
Siri
is
would say, Hobika.
Hobika. It's exactly what Siri says. You have a call coming in for Joe Hobika.
Calling
Joe Hobika.
Joe Hobika calling.
Joseph and Andrew Hobika at 315-724-1600. John is in Utica, ready to take a shot at winning $250. Hello, John. Good morning.
Good morning.
You ready to go?
I hope so.
All right. Now, listen. Yesterday, we had someone who gave an answer just slightly after the buzzer, and it was the wrong answer, but then came out and said, no, I said, and then gave the right answer. And after we went to the rules committee, Mr. Hobika, he didn't win. So make sure you get that answer in before the buzzer. And here we go. Here is your question. And this is from the category a gem that is oftentimes not thought of. A gem that is sometimes forgotten. Here is your question. 102-year-old Quick Cut in Mohawk is famous for manufacturing what? Ready, go.
Weed eaters.
Weed eaters. All right, that's probably a good guess. Probably a good guess there. The answer is the food chopper. It is that thing that your mom used to use to make egg salad sandwiches or
is it like a slap chop?
It's round. It's got a handle on it, and
it chops,
and you chop it. You chop the eggs up or whatever. I have one at home. I use it all the time, and they're made in Mohawk, New York, since really going back to, I don't know. It's been 100 years, 102 years old. So you do the math. All right, we are going to give you the food and fun card. It's a $25 gift card, good at Aquavino, Babes, Nexus, the Auditorium, any of the. You can go in and get a shirt. Use it towards anything in the gift shop. So
and the list goes on.
Stand by, and John, don't go anywhere. Davey's going to hook you up. Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right. Weed Whacker though was a good answer.
Yeah, it is
because it's quick cut. You'd think maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, he is, and you were supposed to book him for today. You were booking him for tomorrow.
I screwed up.
The reality is tickets go on sale today for Jimmy Fallon as part of WIBX's 99th birthday bash. And here he is on the line right now. Jimmy, are you there? Davey, I don't know why I can't get him.
You got to hit the button. Did you hit that?
Oh, I've got it now. I'm hitting the wrong button. I thought he was on 2. Good morning, Jimmy. Man, this is why you realize you
amateurs.
I am such an amateur compared to you. I can't even hit the right line.
Well, this is still better than the time you bought that pager in Lebanon.
That's the biggest joke, that they're still using pagers in Lebanon.
Boy, that was an explosive time, wasn't it? We had a blast.
Hey,
how about
talk about a blast from the past, huh?
I was thinking there had to be something there. Listen, that is amazing.
And then the handheld radios after.
James Bond.
Yeah.
That's James Bond stuff. Wow.
I know, but it's funny, though, because someone actually said yesterday on Fox, they're like, yeah, and Israel is going to bomb them back to the Stone Age. I'm like, yeah, that sets them back like 2 weeks.
Hold on, my pager's going off.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Yeah, that's that is just crazy.
Wow.
So, well, Jimmy, here we go. Today, tickets go on sale for your show at the Rome Capitol Theater coming up on December 6th. We are excited.
Oh, dude, this is a big deal. Understand this too. It's post-election.
I know.
Yeah.
So we're either going to be rioting in the streets or we're going to be in a really good mood. But the point is, it doesn't really matter, what you vote for and what you care about. As you know, our shows, it's a totally different vibe, man.
It is.
I always say it's a keg party, which is misleading because they don't let me around alcohol and a microphone at the same time. But you'll think they did. It'll come off as if they did. And we're going to have a good time. I'm so psyched to get back up there. Plus, it's December, and I'm allowed to eat again. In Keeler, they actually, they put like a shock collar around you for like 11 months out of the year, but they let you get fat in December because you'll have a guest host around the holidays.
Oh, that's perfect.
So it is on.
Yeah. You
it's
can eat
going
whatever
down.
you want. Well, you're coming to the right place. We'll have a lot of food for you here.
Yes.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will.
The interesting thing is that, since the inception of the TV show, that shock collar went from like a 4 to a 9 or a 10. It had to have.
Yeah, you look good.
Thanks, man. It's 2 pairs of Spanx will do that for a girl. But no, we're having fun.
I got to tell you, and two, you're gonna. You're first of all, you have material, but the stuff you do ad lib. Every show is different.
Crowd
and
work.
Not every community can say that. Every comedian can say that.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have all of this election in the rearview mirror, maybe. In the rearview mirror for this show.
Yep, that matters. So it's a brave new world, and that's essentially the thing. For as long as I've been on IBX and we've been hanging out like fat cats, eating our chicken riggies, it's been the Biden administration for basically pretty much the entirety of our friendship.
Yes.
So now we sail off into a brave new world of comedy, and for me, that's always the most exciting part as a comic is like when you write a new hour. It's because you're living in a new world. Like the world has changed, and that's what your hour becomes. It's like kind of like a Regents exam. Like it covers everything that went on in the lead up to it, and then you get out there and do it. So that's what everybody's actually a part of is we're doing the show up in Rome. And when that's done, the thing where actually you're going to watch me perform that night is going to become a Fox special that's shooting the next week. So you guys are the I don't know how I could explain this to you.
The dress rehearsal.
You guys are. No, not at all. You're the bat that I'm eating at a wet market in Wuhan before I go global.
Right, yeah, that's more
funny.
accurate.
Yep.
Well, listen, it's going to be tickets go on sale today, 10 a.m. online. The box office opens at 11 at Rome Capitol, a historic theater, and of course they just had the big, terrible tornado. So $1 from every ticket sold will go towards the Community Foundation's relief fund for those in Rome that are in need, which is great. And wait a minute, Davey's giving me the eye. What, Davey? What?
I don't have nothing to say.
You
He's
don't?
just coming up to see me.
Davey has people, just so you know, Jimmy, Davey has people stopping him on the street saying, "How did you become friends with Jimmy?" And he explains to them. What do you say?
He says Jimmy became friends with me, is I think what he
No,
said.
we just hit it. We just hit it off in the green room when he came up the first time we were talking wrestling.
Yeah,
back in the 80s.
Yeah, Davey asked me to wrestle, and I was like, I'm not comfortable with that.
He brought out the outfits and everything.
He was right there in the singlet. And I was like, I better just chat this guy up and keep him busy.
Uncomfortable.
The fact that he was wearing it under the clothes already was kind of mysterious.
He came in ready.
Yeah, he was ready to go. He said he's like, I got this wrestling oil from P. Diddy. And
oh my God, is that a story? It's unbelievable. The fall, the P. Diddy fall. Holy crap.
You know what's funny? Like, if you think of the 90s, man, when they were having the rap game was on top of the world. So P. Diddy's in jail. He was in charge of the East Coast. Suge Knight is doing like life in prison. He was the guy in charge of the West Coast.
Yeah.
And both their rappers are dead. So there's probably a cautionary tale in there somewhere.
Yeah. I know.
I wouldn't blame it on the music format because most rock stars we know aren't doing much better at this
That's
age.
very true. Yeah.
Can't blame the genre.
You know,
I think the moral of the story is wrestle Davey.
Wrestle Davey, and just suck it up and wear the singlet he gave you. All right, and I do have to say, the first time I got less than a minute. First time you came up here, I think it was right around the time Biden had fallen off the bike. He couldn't get on a bike today. Think about how much has changed.
Or spell bike.
It's just unbelievable.
Oh, no, it's a different. But you want to know what? We're over here joking, but Biden's telling everybody he knows he's going to win this election. So don't underestimate the guy.
Don't underestimate. All right, so tickets today, 10 a.m. online at Rome Capitol's website, 11 a.m. at the box office. Get your tickets today. He's coming up here on the 6th of December, a huge show. We're so excited, and Jimmy, as always, thank you.
Let's get him. Love you guys. I'll see you soon.
Right. Have a great day.
All right, Jimmy.
Jimmy Fallon, there you go. Got a break. We have news straight ahead at 8 o'clock.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome.
W295EI.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
He praised Secret Service again. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, for thwarting the second Trump assassination attempt.
We've been going through a lot of it. We're getting very good at it, but I don't want to say that too loudly because we don't want to bring any jinxes along.
The former president last night on Fox's Gutfeld that aired after a big Trump rally, saying encounters with death.
They've only hardened my resolve to use my time on Earth to make America great again.
In Uniondale, New York, the former president vowed to improve the economy and close the border.
It is truly an invasion, and we're not going to let it happen. We're going to take those violent people, and we're going to ship them back to their country.
Vice President Harris is critical of that Trump plan.
The largest deportation, a mass deportation in American history. Imagine what that would look like and what that would be.
She addressed the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. The vice president has a 12-point lead among Hispanic voters in a new Fox News poll that also shows more voters by a 10-point margin support Trump immigration policy. Overall, the poll gives Harris a 2-point lead nationally, but she lost out on a labor union endorsement that typically goes Democrat. the Teamsters.
Neither former President Trump nor Vice President Harris will be getting their endorsement. The group polled its own members to get a sense of how they were feeling about the race, with the majority, 59%, saying they were backing Trump over Harris.
Fox's Mark Meredith at the White House. It's up to at least 37 people dead in Lebanon, thousands injured from exploding pagers and walkie-talkies and Israeli sabotage.
Hezbollah has been promising retaliation, and we've seen some rocket fire come over the northern border, some drone fire as well, resulting in some injuries on the Israeli side. But it seems that Israel has been much more aggressive in terms of being offensive this morning. Israel struck at several targets in southern Lebanon.
Fox's Mike Tobin in Tel Aviv, and rapper Sean Diddy Combs denied bail again in New York City. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey guys, Donald Trump Jr. here with urgent news. The world's central banks are making unprecedented moves, and it's time to pay attention. In 2022 and 2023, they bought more gold than ever before. And now in 2024, the trend is accelerating. Why? Because central banks have lost faith in the dollar. And in these uncertain times, gold is the ultimate safe haven. If you too are worried about the dollar, I urge you to take similar action by diversifying your IRA or 401k into gold with my trusted friends at Birch Gold Group. To see how it works, get your free info kit on gold IRAs by texting the word PROTECT to 989898. I trust Birch Gold. They provide an easy process to roll over your 401k or IRA into gold without losing your tax-advantaged status. So text PROTECT to 989898. That's PROTECT to the number 989898 to get your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold.
Message and data rates may apply.
It is back to the drawing board in Congress, attempting to pass a spending bill before October to prevent a partial government shutdown.
House Speaker Mike Johnson's bill to keep the government funded through March rejected in a 202 to 220 vote, with 2 members voting present.
The bill is not passed.
14 Republicans voting against the measure, 3 Democrats for it.
I'm disappointed. I know this was the right thing to do, and I think the American people are going to let a lot of the folks that voted no tonight hear their concerns about it.
Speaker Johnson accusing Democrats of voting against election security. The package included the SAVE Act, a measure requiring proof of U.S. citizenship when registering to vote in national elections. Democrats want funding without voting registration requirements, noting it's already illegal for non-citizens to vote. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
A manhunt in a densely wooded area of Kentucky is over. A body was found after they saw vultures circling and smelled something bad.
There were articles associated with the body that at this time we feel is Joseph Couch.
State Police Commissioner Philip Burnett on day 12 of the search for Couch, who shot at cars on I-75 near London, Kentucky, leaving 5 people seriously injured earlier this month. A former sheriff's deputy who smuggled drugs into jail is now in prison, sentenced to 6.5 years.
Robert T. Sanford Jr. admitted to drug smuggling at the Virginia jail where he worked, as well as a sex trafficking operation out of his apartment in Baltimore. In addition to the drugs, including fentanyl and cocaine, Sanford smuggled a phone to an inmate and tipped them off to other inmates who were cooperating with law enforcement. Prosecutors say Sanford also gave housing and drugs to opioid-dependent and homeless women in exchange for sex and money. Sanford apologized for his actions in a letter to the judge. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
On Wall Street today, after a 0.5 percentage point interest rate cut that sent stocks down, a surge up is brewing. Dow futures gaining almost 500. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM News Time, 8:05. I'm Andrew Dominio. Stay tuned for your Keeler Cash code, your chance to win up to $30,000 by typing the code into the WIBX 950 mobile app or WIBX950.com. Just go to the trending bar, type in Keeler's Cash, and type in the code I'm going to give you in just a little bit. This update brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. We're at 58 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Your full forecast is coming up. Utica police have made an arrest in connection with a Labor Day shooting that happened in broad daylight. Police say on September 1st, they released information regarding the shots fired investigation that occurred near the intersection of Bleecker and Nichols Streets. Early in the investigation, a suspect was developed and numerous attempts were made to locate him. Ultimately, the New York State, New Jersey, U.S. Marshals Regional Task Force adopted the case and began to search for the suspect. Utica Police warrants investigators and members of the task force worked hand in hand with the Karen community to have the suspect surrender peacefully and without further incident. And on September 18th, that relationship proved fruitful as members of the task force and UPD were able to take 24-year-old Toto of Utica into custody at his residence on Mary Street. He's facing several charges, including multiple counts of criminal possession of a weapon and firearm. A Utica woman was arrested for allegedly striking an 88-year-old man. Utica police say they were called to the 1200 block of Kemble Street for an assault investigation on September 16th. Officers located the elderly male victim and say he had a laceration on his head. The victim told police his neighbor, 45-year-old Stephanie Wilson, approached him and struck him in the head with her fist for no reason. Wilson was taken into custody and charged with second-degree assault of a victim over 65. 2 repeat offenders were arrested for illegal poaching in Jefferson County. The story is at WIBX950.com. And the State Department of Environmental Conservation said Jonathan Lilly and Tyler Monica, both of Adams, used artificial lights to shoot deer from a vehicle at night out of deer season. The pair face multiple charges, a fine up to $9,000, and their hunting licenses have been revoked for 5 years. Lilly previously pled guilty to 3 unlawful hunting charges in 2021. And Monica's hunting license was revoked until 2023 due to past offenses. And Jimmy Fallon is coming to the Rome Capitol Theater on December 6th, and tickets are on sale today. Ticket sales will benefit the Rome Tornado Emergency Response Fund. They'll be sold starting today at the theater box office at 11 a.m. and range in price from $47 to $67. You can get them online at 10 a.m. Fallon's comedy performance will coincide with WIBX's 99th anniversary to help kick off our station's centennial celebration. $1 of every ticket sold to see Jimmy at the Capitol will fund ongoing tornado recovery efforts. It is 8:08. That 8 a.m. code word for your chance to win Keeler's cash is 321. Type 321 into the WIBX 950 mobile app or WIBX950.com. Go to the trending bar, click Keeler's Cash, and type in 321 for your chance at up to $30,000 and other cash prizes. Right now, it is 8:09. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net. For today, we'll see sunny skies. Temperatures will be in the mid-80s. Overnight, clear skies with a low in the mid-50s. Tomorrow, sunshine again with temperatures in the low 80s and a really nice weekend on the way with sunny skies. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 70s. Right now, we're close to 60 degrees under partly cloudy skies at 8:09. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43 local contractors. Well, they've done it. Despite a blown save by Clay Holmes in the 8th, the Yankees beat the Seattle Mariners by a score of 2-1 and officially will be in the postseason. And where it goes from there, I don't know. But I'm confident about Luke Weaver, and I'm excited about this postseason, even though I am very, very cautiously optimistic.
And they have a chance to clinch home field, too. So
yeah, they're 5 games up on the Baltimore Orioles, who are in a literal landslide. They are in a skid among skids here.
And did you see the Orioles release Craig Kimbrell, their reliever, yesterday? After he blew that big game against the Giants the other night.
Oh, boy.
Maybe the Yankees will pick him up.
Well, here's the thing, too, is not only that, please no. The Yankees will be playing the Baltimore Orioles towards the end of the season. The second to last series, they've got Baltimore and then Pittsburgh. So we will see what happens there. The Mets, holy offense, Batman. The Mets swept the Nationals by a score of 10-0 yesterday in the series finale at Citi Field. Jose Quintana was credited with the win after striking out 4 batters over 7 scoreless innings pitched. The Mets are on a hot streak, and they're 2.5 games ahead of the Braves for the NL wildcard spot, the final NL wildcard spot. So maybe when I was misreading this report earlier, they're 2.5 games back of the top NL wildcard spot. So they're in a position to be really good. It's looking very favorable for the Mets and their playoff hopes. They just have to not screw up. It's theirs to lose. A pair of AFC East rivals kick off Week 3 when the Jets host the Patriots on Thursday Night Football from MetLife Stadium. You can hear it right here at WIBX. Gang Green and the Pats are tied with Miami for second in the division at 1-1. The Jets are coming off a 7-point victory over the Titans. Meanwhile, New England is recovering from an overtime loss to the Seattle Seahawks. And a Giants legend is one step closer to hearing his call to the Hall. The Pro Football Hall of Fame announced the 167 modern-era players nominated for the class of 2025. Two-time Super Bowl champion and former Giants quarterback Eli Manning is one of 16 players among the nominations in their first year of eligibility. Manning ranked in the top 10 in career passing yards, completions, and touchdown passes. New York is last in the NFC East at 0-2 and will visit the Cleveland Browns on Sunday. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM news time, 8:12. We've got an awesome rest of the hour for you coming up, including a guest from the YMCA. They've got a brand new song featuring internationally renowned artists, and we'll get to that and much more coming up on WIBX.
This is Bill Cole from Gates Cole Insurance. Finding insurance coverage can be an overwhelming undertaking. As your local independent insurance company, we work hard for you to get the best coverage.
My name's Timothy Dean. I'm from Taberg, New York. We had a house fire. Got a phone call at 3 o'clock in the morning. My house was fully involved. That morning at 6 o'clock, I called. Leslie was my agent, and within a matter of 20 minutes, the agent had called me, and within a matter of 2 hours, the agent was on scene, assisting me with whatever I needed, and Gates Cole went above and beyond. I would highly recommend Gates Cole Insurance to anyone for the customer service that they have provided for me during not only my fire, but also for all my business needs.
This is Tom Cole. For insurance for your home, auto, business, and just about everything else, trust your local independent insurance agency. Gates Cole Insurance will take care of you.
By now, you've probably heard of Upside, the free app that gets you real cash back at gas stations. But Upside is so much more than just a gas app. Upside lets you earn cash back at more than 85,000 grocery stores, gas stations, and restaurants, including popular national chains and local favorites. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back on your purchase. There are no complicated points or rebates. With Upside, you can earn up to $10 cash back every time you go to the grocery store or dine out. That's up to $10 right back in your pocket on every meal out and every grocery run. The best part? You can earn on top of your credit or debit card rewards. Download Upside today. Use promo code SNACK10 and get a 10% cashback bonus on your first purchase. Get the Upside app and use promo code SNACK10 for an extra 10% cashback bonus. That's promo code SNACK10. Offers vary by user and location. Terms and conditions apply. Go to upside.com for details.
Are you sick of being just a number or doing a mindless job? Become a craftsman in a trade. Become an IBEW electrician. The IBEW and the Electrician Training Alliance will give you all the tools necessary at their state-of-the-art training facility. Earn as you learn. Paid training while you get your certification. What are you waiting for? Become an IBEW Local 43 electrician. Call or go online today to learn more. Find your career at IBEW and let the Electrician Training Alliance light up your future.
You might wonder, John Legend, how do you keep your voice sounding so legendary? Honey. And how do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date? With a COVID shot this season, designed for recent variants.
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC.
The fresher, the better.
Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life.
Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM is celebrating its 99th birthday with talk show host and comedian Jimmy Fallon.
Hey, it's your radio buddy Jimmy Fallon, and I am coming. This is not a drill, folks. It's the real thing.
Jimmy Fallon, heard on WIBX and radio stations around the country weekdays and seen on his live TV show Saturday nights on Fox News Channel, is coming for one show only. Friday, December 6th at 8 p.m. at the Rome Capitol Theater. Tickets start at $47 and go on sale Thursday, September 19th at 10 a.m. at RomeCapital.com. RomeCapital.com.
Bottom of the ninth on this show. I'm heading up to Utica. I'm doing the show live from WIBX tomorrow. Hanging out with my man Davey.
Jimmy Fallon, one night only at the Rome Capitol Theater from Keeler in the morning and WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Celebrating 99 amazing years. Get your tickets at RomeCapital.com.
Show sponsored in part by First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Let's do this, baby.
That's what you want me to do. All right. Well, I was going to, but I expected some sort of an introduction. I mean, normally you'd introduce me.
Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, with a live Bill Keeler.
Thank you, Andrew, for that.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Listen, is 0% APR financing, is that good for you? This is amazing, and you can get it at Steve Ponte Mazda on a brand new 2024 Mazda. How about the CX-5 SE model, $285 a month on a 36-month lease? Or you can save with 0% APR financing on select award-winning new 2024 Mazdas. See Rick at Steve Ponte Mazda, Wyatt, or any of the people over there. See the dealership for details. As they say, as Rick says, let's make your deal on a new Mazda, where it's always easy to do business. Steve Ponte Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
And I do have to say, the official coffee of the radio program is Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. Try their matcha green tea latte or any of their 15 or 16 other flavors. So good. Pumpkin, all the pumpkin stuff is back. The pumpkin spice or pumpkin latte has been around. Never went anywhere. It's there year round. And your coffee, espresso, lattes, iced coffee, breakfast sandwiches, bagels made fresh every day, donuts made fresh there every single day. The drive-thru lightning fast, and now serving avocado toast.
Oh, I love it.
Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. And they're a locally owned business. I like that. Anything else I have to get to? I got a bunch of comments here. We're going to do that. And in studio right now is Hank Leo. Hank, good morning. How are you? And Hank is with the YMCA of the Greater Tri-Valley. What does that include now?
It includes Rome and Oneida.
Okay. All right. Rome and Oneida County. Rome and the city of Oneida.
Correct.
Got it. Yeah. And you guys...
we got a big construction project underway, right, for the new facility in Rome?
Well, we put the brakes on that project because of some funding gaps, but it looks like we're going to renovate our existing building and turn it into a brand new Y.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. All right. It's being released on Saturday is an original song that is the YMCA's original song featuring artists from Africa, Europe, and the United States. Talk about this. A Better Place is what this is. Talk about that.
Yeah, it's called A Better Place. We started it during COVID when we were shut down for 5 months, and we had lost just about 5,100 of our 9,000 members during COVID.
Wow.
So we were trying to work on some interesting projects, and this one came about. I received a call from a music teacher in New Hampshire that was working with a music foundation in Uganda. And I really just wanted to start a pen pal program between our kids at the Y and this program in Uganda. And it ended up being a song. So I asked our music teacher at the time, which is Matt Beadle from the Beadle Brothers, locally.
Yeah.
And Zizi, I'm sure you may know Zizi, Zainab Abdalal, and Justin Smithson on guitar.
Sure.
And then I recruited some other folks to join the effort, and ended up being a worldwide project. We now have Liberty DeVito on drums from Billy Joel's band.
That's awesome.
And the Soweto Gospel Choir, who sang back up to Peter Gabriel and Stevie Wonder and Aretha Franklin. They're 3-time Grammy winners. And
that is awesome.
Yeah, and we've, and the project just grew. So it's not just one song now, it's 3, and there's 3 children's books, a curriculum that was developed by Mohawk Valley Community College, and a movie that's coming out this fall.
This blows my mind, because when I was going over this, it seemed like it was a national project. Like, this is something that YMCA of America did.
Of America.
You're just joining in, but no. This is all from here.
All started right here.
That's incredible. I do have a little preview here. Now, the song will not be released until Saturday, right?
Yep.
But we do have a little preview that is up there. Launching A Better Place. A Better Place.
We gotta have hope. We gotta have faith. We all deserve happiness, to be healthy and safe. We gotta have hope. We gotta have faith. Together we can make the world a better place.
That's awesome.
Wow, that is
really
awesome.
well done. So what is A Better Place?
Well, that kind of ended up being a story.
Yeah.
It started off when the world was shut down, and then I started asking people, what does a better world look like through your eyes? And the answers that came about were incredible. I was able to recruit some YMCAs from around the world, from all 7 continents.
Wow.
Including the Ukraine YMCA and the Jerusalem YMCA, and both were under attack during that time. And each of them had a really unique and different perspective. So the documentary that you're going to see coming out this fall will be video clips of people from around the world talking about what a better world looks like through their eyes.
We were just the other day talking about how it seemed, I don't know, after the wall came down, and this dates us just a little bit, but once, so it's the end of communism, the end of the Soviet Union, and we all just were like, this is an amazing time to be alive. The world is at peace. And think of what we're going to be able to do now. Well, we had no idea, did we? And for God's sakes, look at where we are today. It's just, it would be, it seems like, and then, the pandemic compounded everything. So a better place, that's really a great thought.
Better place.
Yeah.
And a better place looks different to.
Well, that's the interesting thing you said.
To different people.
The perspective, what people are going through in Israel, and what people are going through in Ukraine, and how we have it here. Sometimes I think we take for granted how good we do have it.
We do, and the commonalities between some of the comments were that people just want to treat each other better.
Yeah.
That's what they hope a better world looks like.
Yeah, and I'm assuming you reached out to places around the world where it's brutal.
Yeah, one of the participants is from Liberia, and others. I was actually in contact with one of the Lost Boys from Sudan that made that trek.
Wow.
And, walking 1,000 miles with 10,000 young boys through treacherous woodlands was nearly an impossible journey.
Yeah.
And he made it to Syracuse and was able to talk about it. So it's just a great story.
It is incredible how we as Americans talk about how everything is just so terrible. It is just the worst. And we really, really, really have no idea.
Yeah, not knowing where your next meal is going to come from,
Right.
or water, or clean water, is a whole different perspective.
And I guess that does exist. There are people that are certainly less fortunate in this country. I mean, we should be doing a much better job than we are. But when you compare it to, some of the things that are happening around the world, it's just it's incredible.
Yeah, in some cases, like when I talk to the Yonkers Y, most of the YMCA's work in Yonkers is trying to address the gang violence and the murders that are happening in the streets. And that's a lot of the work that they do. We don't have that in Rome and Oneida that happens on a regular basis, but
the missions kind of change based on the situation and the location and things like that. I mean, the core mission of the Y doesn't change, but the goals and what they're combating as far as the problems and their unique areas are different.
Yeah, the programs change, but the mission stays the same. So in our case, we try to prevent that by getting kids off the street and involved in positive programming.
How did and I guess I should know this, but how did the Y start?
Y started in London in 1844. By a young man, George Williams. He was 20 years old, and he brought kids off the street. And London was a brutal place in the 1800s, and he just did Bible study with them, and then that grew to basketball. If you didn't know this, the Y invented basketball and volleyball and racquetball, and Father's Day came from the Y, and the Boy Scouts came from the Y. So it was a movement. Not
I believe what happened in Herkimer was a YMCA program. In Herkimer.
Was.
So, and while we're not looking at what they're dealing with in Yonkers and Rome and Oneida especially, in Utica, the youth violence has been pretty darn bad, and pretty scary. And everybody's looking for. We have to create programs. We've got to find an answer. When really the answer probably is sitting in our past.
I think you're right.
I
think you hit it on the head.
Yeah.
And this song is kind of a celebration of that story. It's how bad things are and what we need to do to get through them. So the song itself is a story. It starts with the problems of the world, and then how, if we can come together during difficult times, we can overcome anything.
Who wrote the song?
So the song was written by Matt Beadle from the Beadle Brothers, and then we kind of manipulated the song and added a bunch of parts to it. There's now a spoken word piece from an artist named Gloria Umana in Atlanta. It was mixed by two-time Grammy-winning engineer and mastered by Adrian Carr, who
you can tell. I mean,
it's great.
Just what we just heard. Was really good.
Yeah, and the hard part, it wasn't all done in one studio. It's probably done in 8 different studios from around the world.
It's interesting how that happens nowadays.
It does, and the technology supports that today. It's very, and you got, think about the amazing musicians that we have right here.
Yeah, Justin Smithson's an incredible guitar player, and my friend Mitchell Player is the bass player at Preservation Hall. He's on the song. And ZZ's got a very powerful voice. She's always been able to belt out those tunes, and we love having her on this. Melba Moore is on the song.
Oh, really?
She does backup vocals to ZZ, and Melba's, she was an R&B legend in the 70s and 80s, and just had her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
So we're fortunate to have her.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what her. There were she had a couple top 40 hits.
She did.
I think.
Yeah, she was in the disco era.
In that era, yeah.
She was great.
It wasn't "Don't Leave Me This Way." I don't think was
I
it.
That was Thelma Houston.
Thelma Houston. That was.
Houston.
Yeah. I think you're right. Either way, very cool, and the fact that you were able to do all of this from here. So what happens? You release it, then what happens? Do Ys around the country embrace this? What happens?
Yeah, so the YMCA of the USA on the 26th of September is going to put it out to all the employees around in America at the YMCA.
Wow.
So this is 30,000 employees. Wow. And then the World Alliance of YMCAs, which represents 120 countries, is going to put it out to the world in October, right around the 20th. So hopefully, it has a chance to literally make the world a better place.
That's incredible. It almost has a little bit of the elements of like the We Are the World or one of those type campaigns. Really and again, I am astounded that it started right here. That's so cool.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, congratulations. So next week we can play the song.
Yeah, and I brought it for you.
Oh, you did? All right, cool.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, really awesome, Hank Leo, YMCA, and maybe that's, as we said, maybe that's our answer, the YMCA. There's so much that can be done at the YMCA to get these kids off the street.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. We'll break and come back here, and a lot to get to. Stand by, WIBX.
Carl's massive overstock clearance sale. Recliners from $199. Sofa and love seats from $299 each. Bedroom $799 or less. My Carl's New Hartford Shopping Center.
Whitesboro Central School District is looking for bus drivers to join their team now. Whitesboro is a leading school system in central New York with 7 schools, 3,100 students, and a 92% graduation rate. You can help drive our students' success. When you drive for Whitesboro, you get pay that's based on your experience. Great benefits, a flexible schedule, and summers off. Call Andy at 315-768-9740 or stop by the garage, 20 Wood Road, Whitesboro.
Orpheus was a poor boy, but he had a gift to give. And Eurydice was a young girl, but she'd seen how the world was. She fell in spite of herself in love with Orpheus.
Broadway Utica proudly presents Hadestown, October 8th and 9th at the Stanley Theater. For tickets, go to BroadwayUtica.org.
Tommy! I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Is your business women-owned, been operating for more than a year, and located in Herkimer or Oneida County? Would you like to help your business grow? The Women's Fund of Herkimer and Oneida Counties is offering $5,000 grants to women-owned businesses in the area. The deadline to apply is Monday, September 30th, so why wait? Apply now at womensfundhoc.org. The Women's Fund of Herkimer and Oneida Counties, empowering women and girls, helping communities thrive for more than 25 years.
Carl's massive overstock clearance sale. Recliners from $199. Sofa and love seats from $299 each. Bedroom $799 or less. My Carl's New Hartford Shopping Center.
Shop with confidence at Mattress Express with our brand name low price guarantee. When you buy a mattress at Mattress Express, if you see it advertised locally within 30 days of purchase, bring it to our attention. We simply refund the difference. Go to mattressexpressny.com.
Hey everyone, Lisa here from Fit Body Boot Camp in Whitesboro and Clinton. Are you ready to fall back into that fitness routine? As the seasons transform, why not transform your fitness goals too? Here at Fit Body Boot Camp, we can help you create those healthy habits, and yes, our coaches are ready to help you lose the weight for the very last time. What are you waiting for? Join us today for free because we are the best of the best fitness center for 3 years in a row. Call us or find us on Facebook to start your journey.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-559-8226. 800-559-8226. 800-559-8226.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Carl's massive overstock clearance sale. Recliners from $199. Sofa and love seats from $299 each. Bedroom $799 or less. My Carl's New Hartford Shopping Center.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Somebody asked me the other day, so you must be really a big fan of that song, Along Comes Mary. You guys must love that song.
The only one that we have that's a bumper that's an
Actually,
actual
I'm
song.
getting sick of it. You hear it every
Thanks
day
a
now.
lot.
Just telling you, Andrew. No, I do like that song.
I don't put it in the rotation a lot.
Let's go with some comments here. If you want to pipe in, 315-736-0186. Did Larry give his picks? What are they, Davey? What are they? Spit it out. These are NFL picks. We are competing with, there are like 6 of us, competing for $200, a $200 little jackpot. And
Bill's already changing his, despite the fact that I have a darn Sharpie here.
I'm going to change my pick.
Hold on, don't tell us yet. What's Larry's last?
What's
Larry's pick?
So he took the Jets tonight, the Chiefs over the Falcons on Sunday night, and the Bills over the Jags on Monday.
Yeah, I'm picking Falcons. I've got to try to make up some ground here.
I am going to change my pick.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
you're going against the Bills.
I don't think we should, because the rules are set. We got to leave the pick.
Okay. Davey.
Davey says you can't change the rules.
I hit one button, your iPhone explodes in your pocket.
Your beeper goes boom.
Yep. No, his iPhone.
He's infiltrated.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Davey! Don't.
Oh, there he is. He's
There
gone
goes
now.
Davey.
Well, we'll have to tell Jimmy. He's going to have to find a new friend.
Hi, this is Davey from heaven.
All right. I am changing my pick from Kansas City to Atlanta.
I knew it.
And I want to change my pick.
Back to the Chiefs?
I'm changing my pick back to Kansas City.
You're killing me. You're killing me. Why don't you wait until tomorrow, huh?
No. Oh, well, I might change it tomorrow. You never know.
I'm waiting until
Let me
tomorrow
think
to
some more.
get the other two.
Because Kansas City has injuries. There are injuries.
Pacheco, and they stink.
Yep.
They've gotten lucky.
However, that piece of garbage, Mahomes, is just...
He's great.
I mean, listen, they're going to lose.
It's like Brady. It's like Brady all over again.
What happened last year? The Bills beat him during the regular season, and then in the playoffs, what happens?
They got the shaft.
So
you were dwindled on defense. You had no defense.
That is true. And so far, the Bills are remaining. I know it's only 2 weeks, but so far they're remaining for the most part healthy, even with Josh Allen's thumb issue. But I'll give you my final decision tomorrow. All right, what was Larry's pick? What you already gave it?
Yeah, no, Larry.
What is Larry's?
He did
pick?
Larry's.
Yeah, I did Larry's.
You did. All right,
I'll
sorry.
recap them
He's
again.
doing,
he had the Jets, the Chiefs,
You're right,
and the
I heard
Bills.
that. I heard that. Some comments as we have comments.
We've got here John in Deerfield. Isn't it great that the Apple people can finally find their passwords like the Android people have been able to do for literally years now? Still an inferior product.
Not true, John. You have the
get your facts
same
straight.
problem with we all have. Someone has got to fix. In fact, I can't wait till there's no need for a password app because we don't use passwords.
Yeah, we just use biometrics.
You authenticate or whatever, and there are no passwords.
I hate that
But
this
John,
company makes us change our
just
email
telling you.
password every 3 weeks.
John, I'm telling you.
It's annoying.
You have the same problem.
Mike in Frankfurt, Oriskany Skyhawks. That was the name that was changed.
Okay.
John in Bridgewater. Do you think, Andrew, I should retain a lawyer for unsafe working conditions just in case? John calling in earlier to
you
basically
should.
blow the whistle on his company this morning,
saying there's lead paint everywhere.
There's water
and
steam everywhere.
John, you know what's happening with the lead paint? The steam gets into the lead paint, then it becomes vaporized, and then the lead is airborne.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true, but I thought it sounds logical.
It sounds scientific.
You ever put Clorox, like an entire jug of Clorox, into hot bath water?
No, I've cleaned with bleach.
It vaporizes, and you will die. Or at the very least, you have a hard time breathing. I once had that happen. Hello, this is Bill from heaven.
I drank too much bleach.
Or maybe hell. I don't know.
Cindy in Utica.
Seems pretty nice up here.
I like the heat. Cindy in Utica, what is the online site to purchase tickets, please?
Rome Capitol Theater. Tickets today for Jimmy Fallon go on sale.
10 a.m.
Rome Capitol, that's with an O, Capitol, O-O-L, RomeCapitol.com.
Beautiful.
And if you go to the site today, you will have the opportunity. It's right there. You'll see Jimmy right there. You click on it, and you can't click on it yet. It won't go until 10 o'clock this morning. But at 10 a.m., it becomes live. You can buy tickets online. And then at 11 a.m., you can go to the box office and buy your tickets. The box office opens at 11. Did you know that is it the Joker that starts tonight on Max?
No, you're
series.
The Penguin.
The Penguin.
You keep mixing up your villains.
The Penguin is the series. The Joker will be the movie.
The sequel,
so the
yes.
Penguin starts tonight on
With Colin
Max.
Farrell, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be good. Other comments? Any others?
I have zero other on the app.
Okay, let me tell you
But you can also call with your comments at 315-736-0186.
I think Kamala is a bully. She's stolen Biden's bike, or maybe Joe just forgot where he put it.
Where'd my bike go?
It's too bad. That was good. It's too bad they couldn't get the song sung about the YMCA done before the Village People did their version.
I know.
That's fine. Okay, and up on, if you're watching on YouTube, I have a bunch of comments.
There's a bunch. You know, that's kind of cool about, following the YouTube stream and watching along, as you can see other people's comments and respond. You can almost have a little battle with people.
Well, they do.
Our commenters battle within the realm of YouTube there on the comments section.
Let's spend more time off the interpersonal and more time with our loved ones in person. Technology has taken our souls. Much love, guys. Enjoy your day. Dr. Ganja Gamer.
Ganja Gamer. Okay.
Yeah.
Have one for us this morning.
John says they're already predicting very low sales on the new iPhone. They say nobody got any money. This is John QAnon John.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Listen to me, John.
People are broke.
Let me tell you something.
They're broke. They can't afford it.
We may be saying, people can't afford to buy potatoes. They can't afford to buy eggs anymore. Bullcrap. People are spending money what do you think inflation is? I mean, people are spending money at it's unbelievable. You look at the people, this year was one of the biggest travel years. And we're not just traveling to Middleville
they're racking
to go
up
to
that
Herkimer
credit card
Diamonds. And that might be it. Maybe that is it. But I think people have money to spend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't buy this. They don't have any money. But, John, because you have
a direct line
to Q and on. Problem with Jimmy is he doesn't talk current laws and orders, spends too much time talking blah, blah, blah. It's very simple. It's reading comprehension. Okay.
What's he talking about?
I don't know. When he came on the scene, I thought he may be different. I was wrong. That's because, John, he's not buying into your...
So QAnon John doesn't
craziness.
like Jimmy?
Craziness.
Oh, my gosh. Who does he like? What is he? You want Alex Jones from 12 to 3 or what?
If you think it stops at Diddy, it's going higher.
I know a lot of people think that that Diddy may get the old, what's his name? Epstein treatment in prison.
Well, that's possible.
That's why he can't make bail. Or that's why they won't give him bail.
John, that was not Biden on the bike. Look at the pictures and videos. His arms and legs. He was not on that bike. Okay, you are lost, John. Oh, Lordy. And man wasn't on the moon. We've never been on that. It was all fake. Everything's fake. Everything's fake. Here is Wayne on John in Bridgewater. Hello, Wayne. Good morning.
let John, my radio brother from another mother, tell him that he is not to do any of that ratting workout because he'll end up blackballed. Unless he's in a position where he doesn't need his job, then he can do it. But tell him he'll be blackballed, not only from there, but other jobs. Tell him don't do it.
Well, I do worry about it.
Well, he's retirement age now.
I do worry about him even coming on and talking about it. I do worry about John. However...
Nothing good comes of it.
Yeah, I know. Although he ought to get in touch with Erin Brockovich. She's the one.
They don't know how. They don't. You know what it is they don't want to spend the money it takes to make that right. And if he goes and makes them do that, there's going to be people losing jobs because of it.
A ton of money.
Yep.
Yes, a ton is right.
Yep, you're right. All right, Wayne, you're right.
All right, later, guys.
All right.
Later, guys.
Wayne is always right. That should be what I say. A man in Florida got trapped inside a Corvette when he was trying to steal the car.
Ooh.
Oh, well, that's when the owner caught him and called the police. Here's the moment that Julio Solano found the would-be thief inside the car and him talking about why the guy ended up getting... Did you think Julio was the thief?
No.
Did you make that?
I did not.
Did you make that subconscious mistake?
No, I did not.
It's like my very dear friend Dave Rodriguez would always say. And Dave has passed. And
Miss Dave
tremendously, but Dave would come to the house. Puerto Ricans are here. We're coming to steal your car. That's what Dave would always say. Dave, of course.
And ironically, Dave used to park all the cars at the Comets games.
He did. Dave, of course, Puerto Rican, would bring me the greatest pasteles, which is an incredible, if you've not had them
and
before,
the Dave's Diner and Muffins
so good.
He would bring us.
And the muffins. But beyond that, Dave was a very close friend. But I say, did you make that mistake? Because the Corvette was owned by Julio, and somebody else was stealing his car. Here we go.
My brother, this is not your car. This is my car. But why are you in my car? No, you can't get out because we calling the cops.
Was able to break in the car, but that particular Corvette, if you're in the car and you don't have the keys, none of the electrical components will function. But little did he know that there's a manual door handle underneath the seat that, thank God he didn't know. Just be alert. When you're getting in and out of your car, be vigilant, be alert of your surroundings.
I love that. As opposed to the Hyundai, which has an easy way in from the outside.
You could just steal. It's like a
how
steal
about the
button.
I didn't realize it literally trapped the person in the car.
That's awesome.
Love that. Melania Trump took to social media yesterday to defend her past as a nude model. Here's what she says while images of famous nude art is shown in the background, but not her nudes. Here we go.
Why do I stand proudly behind my nude modeling work? The more pressing question is, why has the media chosen to scrutinize my celebration of the human form in a fashion photo shoot? Are we no longer able to appreciate the beauty of the human body? Throughout history, master artists have revered the human shape, evoking profound emotions and admiration. We should honor our bodies and embrace the timeless tradition of using art as a powerful means of self-expression.
I agree.
If you go to MarthaWashington.com, you can find some amazing photos of that woman. How
about Barbara Bush?
Barbara Bush, of course, from the the oatmeal container. A man walked into a candy store pretending he had low blood sugar, needed a soda, but was short on money. The store clerk sold him the soda at a discounted price, so he rewarded her kindness with a cash prize.
My blood sugar is low. Do you sell pop?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah?
just in the cooler.
Okay.
That's 4 even. That's a Mexican Coke. What do you got?
I got $3.50.
That's a Mexican Coke. It has real cane sugar in it. And it's in a glass bottle, which is really cool.
You're kidding. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Why'd you help me with that today?
Because you seem like a nice person.
Thank you so
go,
much.
sweetheart. Enjoy.
I actually got my wallet, so 1 second. Yeah, this is for you.
No.
For being kind. You
No.
take tips, don't you?
I take for the kidney march because I do the kidney march every year.
How about this? This will
I
go
help
to the
6
kidney
people.
march then.
Well,
yeah?
thank you.
That's $40 for you.
Oh my gosh.
If you had one positive thing for the world to know, what is it?
Share your energy. If you got it, share it.
What a cheapo. You should have given her $100.
Wait, so He had the money to pay for the soda.
It's his gig. That's what he's doing on TikTok.
He tests people.
Or online. He goes in, he tests people, and if they do the right thing, he gives them
What you don't know
tip.
is the John in Bridgewater from that soda shop blew her in and blew the whistle for giving away the free soda. Right. She's gone. She's out of a job.
That's terrible. A teen named James Bond in Ohio City, Ohio, told authorities that he had spotted an alligator while out fishing. After investigating, the city says there never was an alligator. Here's Bond making the claim.
I'm pretty sure I'm almost pretty 100% sure I saw an alligator pop up out of the water.
I wonder if this kid were to play any James Bond in the James Bond movies, if the James Bond movies ever would have been famous and big. Probably not, because he mumbles, he's got a terrible voice. I mean, I just couldn't imagine.
Yeah,
but
James
this kid's
Bond
name
has it smooth.
Really is James Bond.
I'm almost pretty 100% sure I saw an alligator pop up out of the water. And the first thing I had in my mind was maybe it was an otter, because you know how they have their heads up and their stomachs poke out.
Yeah.
But then I zoomed in with my phone and I realized that there were scales.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe it's Loch Ness.
The gator.
Today is National Talk Like a Pirate Day and Look Stupid. I added the look stupid part.
Matey.
There was a video last week of an 80-year-old woman's birthday cake that turned into a fire. Do you remember this? A major fire.
Her
That was
birthday
awesome.
cake did?
Yeah. Here's a clever idea. A guy's family equipped him with a leaf blower for his 90th birthday. And that's how he blew out the candles, along with blowing all the frosting off the cake.
Happy birthday to you.
You gotta blow these out, Pops. Pops, we were a little concerned about whether or not you'd be able to do this or not. So I believe your son Bill is going to help you because we know it's tough. The wax is going to go everywhere when you hit that thing with that blower. Make a wish. Here we go.
Now they're wiping.
You got to do it a little lighter.
They're wiping frosting off the walls. Unbelievable. John in Bridgewater. Good morning, John.
Hey, Bill.
Hey,
let
John.
me clear the line here. I think Wayne called in and said
yes.
A bunch of people. Well, listen. There's 14 of us. We've been exposed to this stuff not just today, but we're talking years.
Yeah.
During the summer when it's really humid, the chips will fall down and this and that. But now you've got hot water running out on the boiler on the floor by the employee entrance, and that hot water is heating that lead up. And I've been reading up on it. How long have, like Rosie, she's 80-something years old. She's been exposed to this for how many years?
Right. No, I agree. I agree with you. I mean,
took pictures of the ladies' room walking down the corridor.
Yeah, we'll be careful of that.
The ceiling is soaking wet.
You got to be careful.
So I'm the bad guy?
I'm not. I don't think anybody's saying that.
He's looking out for you. He's looking out for you.
And if I lose my job, so what?
Yeah.
I got 40-something years in. I can retire. I turned 62, and they haven't given nobody raises. They bought us out. They have done absolutely nothing to this crap hole.
Yeah.
Granted, I got 40 years out of this place, and the people here are wonderful. I love Rose like she's my mother.
But something's got to be done.
The company, they don't care for us.
You're saying the company headquarters is doing nothing to help.
Absolutely nothing.
All right.
They work you like a dog. They want your money, but they don't give us a cost of living raise. They don't give us raises. They don't do crap. Hey, have a nice day.
All right, you too.
You put a nice 8 hours in. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You weren't getting done with me. No, I see what you're saying.
No.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I want to reply to him. I didn't quite hear everything he said, but yeah, if we lose our jobs, well,
all right.
I'm going to have a safe health, I hope.
Well, you can't be breathing in lead. That's not good.
Today is not the only day. It's been doing it for years.
All right.
Depending on how hot and how humid the air is. And then the chips fall down, and then they fall down in the ladies' room.
Yeah.
So
and they're breathing it in.
I wanted to clear the air on that one.
Complain if you could. Please, complain if you could to... complain to, I would think, to corporate and see what happens. And then we'll put you in touch with Aaron Brockovich.
Well, what they'll do is they'll probably give me my pink slip.
Well, that could happen. That's what I think Wayne is worried about for you. That's all.
Well, I got a bus license. I can always go drive bus.
All right.
There you go.
I'll ride your bus. I'll ride it any day.
Hey, I like the big yellow electric buses.
Okay.
All right, bye.
The ones that stall out on the hill.
Electronic school buses.
The bright yellow buses, you know?
Thank you, John. You have a great day.
Bye. Thanks, man.
On the line right now is John Decker. I want to wrap up the program with John. John, of course, is the chief White House correspondent with Gray TV. And you're telling me I have to be out by 56:41, so let's go right to John. John, good morning.
Good morning. Hey, thanks for having me on today, Bill.
All right, what do we? I just want to. I know a new Fox poll just came out that shows that Kamala Harris it's all within the margin of error. But what it's showing, and other polls are showing the same thing, she's beginning to make a bit of a movement. And that would not be, even though it's close, that would not be good for Donald Trump. At this point in the race, what are your thoughts?
Well, you said a phrase that's really important. At this point in the race, we have less than 50 days to go. A lot can happen. We saw a lot happen in just a matter of weeks over the summertime. A lot can happen. I would much rather be in the position that Kamala Harris is in rather than Donald Trump is in. That being said, this election is so close. It's a coin flip, no matter what poll that you look at. Yeah. Even if you have Donald Trump ahead, it's within the margin of error of the poll. If you have Kamala Harris ahead, it's within the margin of error. That's how close we're talking about for this upcoming election.
No, you said? Okay. I want to ask you, if I could, your take on a potential shutdown.
Well, it's a real possibility. After all, we saw what happened yesterday in the House of Representatives. That bill to keep the government funded for the next 6 months failed in the House of Representatives. There's no plan B. That's problematic. It's the Republicans that control the House of Representatives. If there is a government shutdown, there's no doubt that they would receive the blame for that, and that's not good for them if they want to hold on to the House after the November election.
All right. You brought up a point as I wrap up. A lot can happen between now and Election Day, so buckle up, I would say. John, we appreciate the quick update. Thank you, sir. We'll talk again next week.
I look forward to it. Thanks, Bill.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Thank you, John. John Decker.
Carl's massive overstock clearance sale. Recliners from $199. Sofa and love seats from $299 each. Bedroom $799 or less. My Carl's New Hartford Shopping Center.
Whitesboro Central School District is looking for bus drivers to join their team now. Whitesboro is a leading school system in Central New York with 7 schools, 3,100 students, and a 92% graduation rate. You can help drive our students' success. When you drive for Whitesboro, you get pay that's based on your experience. Great benefits, a flexible schedule, and summers off. Call Andy at 315-768-9740 or stop by the garage, 20 Wood Road, Whitesboro.
Is your business women-owned, been operating for more than a year, and located in Herkimer or Oneida County? Would you like to help your business grow? The Women's Fund of Herkimer and Oneida Counties is offering $5,000 grants to women-owned businesses in the area. The deadline to apply is Monday, September 30th, so why wait? Apply now at womensfundhoc.org. The Women's Fund of Herkimer and Oneida Counties, empowering women and girls, helping communities thrive for more than 25 years.
Don Hartman and staff would like to invite you to save 30% on timeless treasures at the Potting Shed Antiques. For the entire month of September, enjoy 30% off the entire store, excluding gold jewelry and coins. Find unique items like furniture, lighting, stoneware, china, toys, glass, silver, costume jewelry, collectibles, and more. Visit us on Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro or online at thepottingshedantiques.com. Open Thursday through Saturday. Come find your next one-of-a-kind piece today at the Potting Shed Antiques.
Get ready for the world's premier box lacrosse event. The World Lacrosse Box Championships are coming to Utica, New York. Witness 28 men's and 10 women's teams from 28 countries compete for the ultimate title. From September 20th to the 29th, experience 133 electrifying games at the Adirondack Bank Center and Utica University Nexus Center. Catch up to 16 games a day with intense action every 45 minutes. And don't miss the vibrant vendor village. Get your tickets now at EmpireStateTix.com.
Orpheus was a poor boy, but he had a gift to give. And Eurydice was a young girl, but she'd seen how the world was. She fell in spite of herself in love with Orpheus.
Broadway Utica proudly presents Hadestown, October 8th and 9th at the Stanley Theater. For tickets, go to BroadwayUtica.org.
Carl's massive overstock clearance sale. Recliners from $199.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome.
W295EI.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
Unite for America. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what Oprah Winfrey's calling her event tonight for Vice President Harris.
While we fight to move our nation forward to a brighter future, Donald Trump and his extremist allies will keep trying to pull us backward.
The vice president addressing the Congressional Hispanic Caucus, critical of the Trump plan for mass illegal immigrant deportations.
How's that going to happen? Massive raids? Massive detention camps?
The former president said in Uniondale, New York last night.
We're going to get these violent criminals behind bars. We're going to get them out of our country. We're going to take them back to the country from which they came.
It was the first big Trump rally since the second assassination attempt.
These encounters with death have not broken my will. They have really given me a much bigger and stronger mission.
He also thanked the Teamsters for not endorsing Vice President Harris. Leader Sean O'Brien tells Fox.
You know, the Democrats have always taken for granted that they're going to get our vote no matter what.
The union did not endorse Trump either, but an internal poll of Teamsters members shows a wide majority support him over Harris. A new Fox News poll gives the vice president a 2-point lead nationally and a 12-point edge over Trump among independents. Today, the former president will meet with Jewish leaders as Israeli airstrikes hit Hezbollah in Lebanon after the militants had fired rockets.
That follows a 2-day flurry of violent espionage, pagers, walkie-talkies, and solar equipment all exploding. The total from the electronic sabotage, 37 dead, more than 3,000 injured.
Fox's Mike Tobin in Tel Aviv. A vote to fund the government to avert an October shutdown fails as some Republicans oppose 6 months of spending and Democrats oppose a provision requiring proof of citizenship when registering to vote in national elections. House Speaker Mike Johnson tells Fox.
We'll go back to the playbook. We'll draw it up. We're already hearing good ideas from our members, and we got time to fix this, and we'll get it done.
A rally is brewing on Wall Street the day after a 0.5% interest rate cut. Dow futures are surging higher. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey guys, Donald Trump Jr. here with urgent news. The world's central banks are making unprecedented moves, and it's time to pay attention. In 2022 and 2023, they bought more gold than ever before, and now in 2024, the trend is accelerating. Why? Because central banks have lost faith in the dollar, and in these uncertain times, gold is the ultimate safe haven. If you too are worried about the dollar, I urge you to take similar action by diversifying your IRA or 401k into gold with my trusted friends at Birch Gold Group. To see how it works, get your free info kit on gold IRAs by texting the word PROTECT to 989898. I trust Birch Gold. They provide an easy process to roll over your 401k or IRA into gold without losing your tax-advantaged status. So text PROTECT to 989898. That's PROTECT to the number 989898 to get your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold.
Message and data rates may apply.
This is Bill Cole from Gates Cole Insurance. Finding insurance coverage can be an overwhelming undertaking. As your local independent insurance company, we work hard for you to get the best coverage.
My name is Timothy Dean. I'm from Tabor, New York. I have Dean's Concessions. I travel throughout New York State. I have been a customer for over 20 years, personal with Gates Cole, and ever since I've started my business for the last 18 years have been solely with Gates Cole Insurance. As I have to call them from time to time to get certificates, and they take in within 15-20 minutes. We have a certificate. Gates Cole has exceptional customer service. They're there for you, and I have referred people to Gates Cole, and those people that have transferred over to Gates Cole have been very happy with their services.
This is Tom Cole. For insurance for your home, auto, business, and just about everything else, trust your local independent insurance agency. Gates Cole Insurance. We'll take care of you.
Hey everyone, Lisa here from Fit Body Boot Camp in Whitesboro and Clinton. Are you ready to fall back into that fitness routine? As the seasons transform, why not transform your fitness goals too? Here at Fit Body Boot Camp, we can help you create those healthy habits, and yes, our coaches are ready to help you lose the weight for the very last time. What are you waiting for? Join us today for free because we are the best of the best fitness center for 3 years in a row. Call us or find us on Facebook to start your journey.
When we get together with others, we can do more. On September 20th, our community will hold Mohawk Valley Gives, a 24-hour day of giving to benefit area nonprofits. Your donation will help hundreds of nonprofit organizations meet our community's greatest needs, and every dollar counts. Join us on September 20th at givemb.org, and let's show everybody that Mohawk Valley gives.
Powered by the Community Foundation and Enough Mobility Foundation, proudly sponsored by Staffworks and M&T Bank, and brought to you by Town Square Media.
Hi, this is Rob Hilton of Hilton Estate and Elder Law with important information that you should know about planning for nursing home care. The best way, of course, is to plan ahead. The key is to make sure that you make decisions far ahead of the time that you need a nursing home. Getting the basic pieces in place, including power of attorney, healthcare proxy, will, trust, all those things, and working closely with your family to make sure you're organized and ready to go in case the worst happens. You should also know there are strategies you can employ, even if you currently have a loved one in a nursing home. When there's a crisis and someone's entered a nursing home, there are things we can do to act very quickly to protect some of the assets. It really does require that an elder law attorney be involved because the techniques that are used are very technical in nature. To find out more about strategies to protect your loved ones through proper estate planning, contact us at Hilton Estate and Elder Law. Call for more information and to schedule an in-person meeting to answer your questions.
Hilton, you know the name, they know the law. Hilton Estate and Elder Law.
From high atop Fox News headquarters in New York City, always seeking solutions, never sowing division. It's Brian Kilmeade.
Hi, everyone. Brian Kilmeade here, like the guy with the deep voice says. This hour, Mike Rogers, former Michigan congressman, wants to be the next senator from Michigan. He's going to be joining us, too. We'll talk about the new polls with him. Mark Madsen will break down the economy. The Dow is surging right now.